She's grinning white tonight. Shadows dance in the pale street light. Whispers crawl where the wind takes flight. Do you hear it? The ticking sound. Hearts race faster underground. All in, the game's begun. No place to hide, no place to run. All in, the night's alive. Will you make it out? Will you survive? Masks and faces twist and turn. Lanterns flicker, secrets burn. Cards on the table. It's your turn. Every breath feels razor thin. Will you fold or go all in? All in, the stakes are high underneath this haunted sky. All in, the night's alive. Will you make it out? Will you
It's Friday night and we're all in.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink cause I think I'm going all in. Get me a shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars. Crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to. Something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to. Something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home
Hey, welcome once again to Friday Night All In with the Irish Imps, Eleni and David.
Hello.
Good evening, folks. Good evening.
Greetings.
Right, fucking hell, it's been another hard week. Time to open the wine.
Get that wine open. Hey, John, I think you might need to change the old intro there.
Yeah, why?
Get that bloody Halloween stuff out.
Yeah, well, the next one's Christmas, so I'll probably do one more week of Halloween and then we'll just switch to the Christmas intro.
Oh, okay.
Why not?
Yeah, good evening, Frankie, Paul Armstrong, Beats and Takes, Espresso Mechanic TV, Vaughn, and Shanty. Good to see you all. Where's everybody else? Come on.
Yeah,
You're
where's
getting-
Dreads and all?
Yeah, you're getting tardy. Tardy.
Tardy. I'll make a roll call list, shall I? Get me pen.
Yeah, put them in the window. Right. Anyway, let's crack on. What a week. So
When is it never not one of those weeks?
I'll tell you what people have been talking about early in the week was the lack of poppies. And I kind of noticed this myself. There wasn't a big poppy sale or type thing going on this year. I didn't see many poppies at all. Did you guys any?
Well, I saw them in my local station on the day that they officially start the poppy selling. You know, that one.
Yeah.
That one. So I saw them there, and then when I was going to and from back home for my niece's her 21st, I saw them in Gatwick, but not many. Well, a lot of people don't wear them. In terms of people,
but I mean,
I think the sellers' numbers have dropped off.
it seemed quite low key. Well, it certainly did up here. And normally, I mean, there's a square here where I am, and
Yeah.
I didn't even notice a big display for Remembrance Day, which is quite poor, I think, because normally it's quite well signed and whatever. So yeah, I wasn't. I don't know if I'm impressed or not.
No, I think you're onto something, Sarge. It appeared a little bit low key. Like you'll see all the usual suspects within the media, the politicians, other public figures. They'll have them. Some of them are going to have a green poppy or a white poppy.
Yeah, what's all
as
that
well.
about?
Yeah,
Are
there's a bit of,
are they virtue signaling?
Yeah.
I think there's a bit of that is going on. But yeah, same thing as you, Shalini. Mainly around kind of central London stations and other kind of various hubs. You'll see like Royal British Legion, all the usual suspects out like selling. So no difference in that respect. But yeah, I see what you mean, Sarge. Something a little bit more low key about this year. Absolutely.
Yeah. Strange. Anyway, I just thought I'd mention it because that picture there in the thumbnail that you can see is the poppies they put round Tower of London. Do you remember when they did that? Because I was down in London that year.
It was only a couple of years ago.
Do you mean
Yeah.
the first time?
Yeah, the first
they
time.
did it.
Well,
Yeah.
the first time they did it, I was down in London.
Yes, yeah, because that was when I used to work on the South Bank. So I walked over one day after work. I think it must have been during the summer. I can't remember. And
Yeah,
it was
it was
packed.
pretty
It
impressive.
took a long time to like walk around, but it was really nice to see it.
Yeah, it was pretty.
It was quite the
impressive as well.
exhibition. It was really well
Yeah, it
done,
was.
actually. Hmm.
Yeah, so good evening,
Poppies.
Nectarius. Good to see you, mate. Thank you very much for your donation last week. Very much appreciated. Now, let's move on to the slides. And the first one's from some guy called Detecki. I don't know who the fuck that is. Anyway,
I needed his help this week a bit, John. You know that.
Hello, Ed. If you're watching.
So, BBC Director General resigns after deliberately editing a speech by Trump, and there's been a lot of consternation about that. You know, it was just a
back and
minor
forth,
edit.
hasn't it?
Oh, yeah. And Ed said standards practice across the whole vile, evil, benighted, and utterly accursed mainstream media. I like the way Ed doesn't. You know, he keeps it. He keeps it. He tones it down, you know, to prevent.
That's a good day for Ed. Yeah,
to stop us getting upset. They had one job, but they sold us out and told us lies instead, and it gets fucking worse.
I'm sure there's
Oh,
a few
it
slides.
certainly does.
Because not only did that BBC thing that they'd already done come to light. But who else did it?
So, wait,
BBC Newsnight did it as well.
Correct. That came out today. Yeah.
Wow.
and also Sweden did something similar apparently, because that Peter Sweden fellow or whatever he's called tweeted about it.
Yeah. Peter Sweden that lives in Norway.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
He does so. He does. His name's
Peter
Sweden.
Emanuelson. Yes,
Oh,
I know
no.
the one. Yeah.
So he calls himself Peter Sweden, but he
On
lives in
Twitter,
Norway.
yeah. Sorry, I'm
He's
being
been around for a while.
stupid. Yeah. Well, you know what I mean, people. You know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not just the Beeb up to
um,
tricks.
There's a couple of things I pulled him up on. He doesn't like getting pulled up. Nobody does. But if you're wrong, you're wrong. So you just got to accept it.
Yeah. What did you pull him up on actually? As a
Oh,
matter
I
of
can't
interest?
remember. There's a couple of things I put. There was ages ago. He used to follow me, but we don't follow each other now. Well, he stopped following me, so because I'm petty, I stopped following him. I mean, I'm not going to follow someone.
But
that
anyway,
won't-
the BBC thing, yeah, I've been tracking it like you guys have, and the rest of our dear friends and followers and viewers and listeners in the troll room also. And I think the apology has gone through to Trump, but there still could be some sort of financial legal settlement. The BBC
think.
don't want that,
Yeah, they said that in their statement, didn't they?
Yeah, and I think most of the defence that we've seen throughout the week of the BBC has been from the usual suspects like simps and pundits and
Ugh, they're
former MPs and all those like John
John
Sopel and Emily
Cleese.
Maitlis and those formerly like attached to the BBC. But of course,
There's
I mean,
been
that's
loads
not
of people coming out
Yeah,
in support of the BBC. It's
that's
just
got
like,
nothing.
Right, Irish people, one at a time. One at
Sorry.
a time.
I was just going to say, sorry, Shleedy. Sorry.
No,
Beg your
sorry.
pardon. We are usually so good in that area without the
are.
crosstalk. Of course, they aren't worrying about their gold-plated pensions, where they have to stick up for the BBC in this case. Because, come on, folks, it wasn't, an crap editorial, an editing error. They called it. It was deliberately underscored with tense music as well. Like, come on, that is, inexcusable. It's indefensible stuff.
And Shanti makes a good point. It certainly showed up all the grifters.
It
Big time.
certainly did. It certainly did.
It didn't it just?
It smoked them out.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, what's your thoughts on it? Should Trump should he be suing the BBC? And he got an apology, but he's rejected it and said he wants compensation. He wants £1 billion, which seems a bit high. I mean,
Well, the thing
But-
is,
but let's just put it in perspective first. You've got a year in the UK to go after a libel case. It's beyond the year. You can apply to a court and say that there are extenuating circumstances that mean that you should still be allowed to sue them. I.e., you didn't know about it, it was hidden, whatever. And there is a degree of that. So he may get leave to continue to sue them, but that's not a given.
okay.
Should see the BBC? The problem with the BBC is a state-run organisation, so effectively he's suing the UK.
Yeah.
The Crown.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
and the thing is, as we all know, because anybody who's got half a working logical brain gave up their TV license and they're bleeding money.
Yeah.
So if the whole thing does come to pass and Trump's allowed to do a case or whatever it is and is allowed to sue the BBC, who's going to foot the bill even if we don't pay a TV license? Because what will happen is BBC will go, "Oh, Starmer, we don't have enough money. Please, can you help?" And then we'll pay, as always.
Yeah.
And I did say
we
that on a
will.
couple of tweets. So
We
I don't know
will.
whether anybody in America was paying attention, but probably not.
Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yeah,
to,
move on.
Let's move on to Ed's next production. So apparently saw this in Brighton as on a lamppost, and I think it's a spoof, but it's a good one. Warning to residents from Brighton and Hove City Council: seagulls are being used by drug dealers for delivering illegal narcotics. If you see a seagull with a small backpack, pager, or burner phone, please do not approach. They've been trained to attack. I think it's Ed Seagulls. I think he's got a side hustle going here.
Oh, he might have. He might have.
Jackhead's place for contraband. Well, we're just
Yeah.
messing, Ed. We're just kidding.
Yeah, you know we are. We love you.
That's I like that. That's good.
Right, moving on. And we covered Sydney Sweeney last week, but
We
she's
did.
just Sydney Sweeney, so we'll cover her again.
And then the lefties are still losing here, for God's sake.
They are.
It's
So,
they just can't cope.
I mean, she did really well when that girl tried to set her up, that journalist,
Yeah.
you know. And now the memes are coming out as well. You meant happy holidays, right? No. I meant what I meant. You know, why can't you say Happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, or whatever, Happy New Year? You know, the thing that gets me is we seem to be bending over backwards to celebrate everybody else's holiday that's not indigenous to this country. I mean, I
Indeed.
have no fucking idea what Diwali is, and I really don't care. But you hear it all the time.
It's the Festival of Light, John.
Who gives a festival of light? What? Light
It's
on
the
the
Hindu
toes?
Festival of Light. Come on.
Yeah, I think it's. I
Light
should know, considering I'm half Indian. I think
Yeah,
it's
you
supposed,
should.
I know. I think it's. Well, I never really celebrated it, to be
See,
fair.
and people
so-
say that we're biased against Indians. We've got half of one here.
I think it might be Indian New Year or something, and it's the Festival of Light or something. I don't know.
Yeah, light fingered, more like it. Anyway.
Steady on.
It's early doors. Sweden's King Girl Gustaf slams the demands at the UN COP30 climate summit in Brazil for the West to pay more climate taxes on their emissions. How much are we actually supposed to pay, the king asks.
yes.
After having been sent to Brazil to represent Sweden at the summit, he fucking caused a fucking disaster, didn't he? Because he says, we're not paying anymore.
Yeah.
He's quite
Well,
right.
Bank is closed. Yeah, I
I
don't
think
blame
what the
him.
king really meant was, is that going to mean like less tax for me and the rest
Yeah.
of my family?
Yeah. But yeah, I think I mean, as far as kings go, I'd rather have that one than ours, who seems to be
Oh,
all in.
100%. 100%. Our
Speaking
one
of
is
all in.
our one is a traitor anyway. So.
Yeah, yeah. Speaking of traitors,
Oh yeah.
this is doing the rounds just now, and it's quite apt
It's
because
hilarious.
it does look like AI, but no, that's the actual
That's what I
Christmas card.
thought. That's what
That's
I
the
thought.
actual Christmas card that Ed Miliband sent to his supporters in 2017.
Yep.
Complete with bacon sandwich. The only saving grace is he's not chewing it.
No.
Yeah.
But there you go.
He's not making that mistake again for the cameras. Well, who's he supposed to be? Like Danny Zuko? Some
Yeah,
sort of
I know.
shit
I know. I
Zuko,
got
is
really
it?
crap Danny Zuko. Oh God.
I've no idea. He's
I
obviously.
thought
It's
Ed Davey
hilarious.
was bad, but that is just taking the
I
piss.
know,
Hey,
right?
what's-
Silly band. That's
what's
what they
he-
call him. That.
Oh yeah,
What's he-
silly band. That's a good one. I like that one. I'm gonna try and
Yeah.
remember that. Well done. You better copyright that one.
Nectaritas.
Nectaritas,
Nectaritas, he's saying about the interview with Sydney Sweeney. She wiped the floor with a liberal.
Oh,
Look at
she,
those.
to-
but
oh,
she certainly did.
totally
She
did.
did, Nectaritas, yeah.
She's brilliant.
He
I love Sydney
completely did.
Sweeney.
Speaking of predators,
Oh no! Oh no!
Dave, or as we know him, the Timu David Copperfield, reckons that he would try to convince Putin to give up his nuclear weapons order.
Oh yeah, well I think he was trying to do his hypnosis tricks, but I didn't. I thought that was only supposed to be for boobs. I didn't realize it was supposed to be giving up your nukes.
Well, I think Putin's had an enlargement done here.
Yeah,
but
oh yeah,
apart from
maybe.
apart from that, why does David? Well, his name is Dave, isn't it? Why
It
does
is David, yeah.
Why does Dave think that hypnotism works over social media? Because that can only be the explanation for the stupid fucking things he says.
Oh,
He's
he's so
continually
stupid.
coming out with them.
he also I stumbled on it completely by accident. He did some really, I don't know if anyone in the troll room saw it. It was like this really cringe. I don't know who it was, with some black woman. I don't know what it was about, but this like rap thing, and it was so
Oh,
cringe.
sorry.
It was so cringe.
Oh, he was doing this dance or something. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just so
Oh,
cringe. I was just like, yeah.
Was this was it a band that brought him onto stage?
No. I don't know. It's just there was a video, and I was scrolling through X as you do, and then I saw that, and I was like, "What the hell is this?" And it was just so good. She was just doing some dance rap thing with some black woman. I don't know what it was about, but it was just so cringy.
And apparently, some band brought him on stage as well, and that was really
did they?
cringy
Oh,
as
God.
well. Yeah. Razzle Kicks gig. Yeah, that's the one I was
God.
talking about, Paul. I think.
Good grief.
Yeah, they brought him on stage, didn't they? And it was really
God.
cringy. Maybe it was the same one. Pure cringe, says Paul.
Yeah, cringe.
You are right. Amir Khan, a lot of my
Love this
family
guy.
work in the NHS, and we've all felt it. You've all felt what, mate? But
Islamophobia.
yeah,
Whatever,
yeah.
dude.
He's going on about racism. He's had the experience of. Let it fucking go, you know, because
I know.
I think the racism card's been overplayed now, don't you? Or am I wrong?
No, the
because-
racism cards have all expired now.
Yeah,
quite
everything
frankly.
seems to be racism. I mean, what's her name? That's this bird here.
Oh, I know.
Eni Alaku says she's not in demand as a commentator anymore because she's completely fucking useless. Oh,
Yeah,
sorry,
that's
no, she's not in demand because of racism and misogyny. I mean,
Yes, apparently
yeah.
she's crap. Like, I
She
don't
is
watch
crap.
sport, I don't watch football, but from the comments I've seen on X, she's crap.
She is crap.
There we go.
And it kind of pisses me off when you get these
Yeah.
people who can't do what they're talking about.
Then it's racism or whatever.
Yeah, and they blame everyone else. You're very quiet, David. You getting
Yeah, I was just done with the crosstalk thing again. I mean, it's it is really kind of sad, disappointing when, as you said, Sarge, when there's something else happening and that particular card that you guys just mentioned is kind of pulled out at the very end. It also happened, I think it was with I think to a degree with that lady Nadia from the Great British Bake Off or something like that. I think she had a good run at that particular. She had a particular slot for herself or something kind of after the Great British Bake Off. I think for up to a period of like a decade or something like that. I don't know,
Okay.
something within like a good couple of years, but it kind of came down to that at the end.
Ugh.
You know, that same particular kind of card. So it's a bit sad and disappointing when they kind of come out with that. You know.
Yeah, I know. I it's like we should really be applying merit to these people, and if they're doing a great job, does it matter? Does it matter where you came from or what colour your skin is if you're doing a great job? No, I don't think it does. But if you're doing a piss poor job, you shouldn't be kept in it just because of your skin colour.
Well, that's it. If ratings go down, contracts can be, you know, kind of amended and adjusted. You know what I mean? If you don't have that particular kind of pull or star power to a degree, things can change. And then at the end of the day, it's just a bit silly to kind of pull out that quote unquote card, you know, as that kind of resort. It's a bit ridiculous.
I think we're all bored. I think we're all bored of it now.
Yeah. So the thing I don't get, and I'm going to have to admit something quite personal here. I've been watching the morning show on Apple TV.
What's the more? Hang on, is this like as in like a drama thing or something?
Yeah,
Or
Jennifer
okay.
Aniston and Reese Witherspoon on the morning, and Mike is it Mike Carell?
Don't know. I don't watch it.
The guy that was on the American version of The Office. But anyway, so I was watching that, and it was filmed in 2019, and the story's fucking Philip Schofield and Holly. That's how it starts. It's exactly the same story, but it's before Philip Schofield and Holly. And even better, at one point they're in their dressing room or whatever you call it, talking to each other. And Phil and Holly are in the background on the TV.
No!
Yes!
No way, bro!
Yeah, way.
That's
Oh
great,
my
yeah.
god, that's really good. That's so
That's weird.
good. Oh my gosh.
Was
I
that
don't
Steve
know.
Carell? I think John, you meant,
Steve
was it?
Carell, that's it.
Oh yeah,
Steve
he's really
Carell.
funny. I like him.
Yeah. Yeah, well, but you couldn't fucking remember him, could you?
No,
When I
I'm terrible.
misplaced his first name.
I know. I swear, I'm getting dementia in me old age. Oh, that's
right.
hilarious.
Yeah, so yeah, I was astounded. It's actually not too bad. I'm quite enjoying it. It's quite funny.
good.
Mainly because Jennifer Aniston's getting it stuck to her. But anyway, apart from that, let's have a look at this. Service information, date 11th of November. Funny, isn't it? It's always this time of year when people start pointing images of a poppy. Yet look at their other posts. It's all about immigrants and boats, Brexit lies, and lazy people sucking up the taxis. Well, the irony. So this has been going on, and this was posted on X, and everybody's going blah 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 blah. This is terrible, blah blah blah. And I said, have you looked at the fucking thing at the top left? Because what does it say? It doesn't say Transport for London. It says, this is not real. I'm like, it's fake shit. And people are going, oh my God, you've got better eyesight than me. It's for fuck's sake, people, just have a look at something. Think
Open
critically.
Your eyes, open your eyes. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, the attention span and kind of like general kind of awareness of these things. Yeah, I see what you mean, Sarge.
Headline readers. That's all these people are. Headline readers.
Indeed.
Pay attention, folks.
Oh, have you had some money? Have you had? Oh, hello. Money?
We've had a drop from Mr. Nectaritas. Thank you, sir.
Very kind of you, Nectaritas.
You are very generous. Moving on. Boasting we will trigger a general election, says Keir Starmer. Apparently this was said to at one of his cabinet meetings to his cabinet. I'm not sure who's leaked it though, so I don't know if it's true or not.
No.
So apparently it was said to his cabinet yesterday after emergency talks with nobody the wiser on who's actually leading the coup against him, because everybody's denying it. You know,
Wasn't me, Gov.
Taliban's denying it. Wes Streeton's denying it.
Was it Mahmood?
Her of the Easter Island face. Do you not think she looks like an Easter
I know.
Island fucking...
Oh my God, I actually said to Vaughan the other day, what is with her, like...
jaw?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like somebody cloned David Coulthard and set his jaw to fucking 20.
Oh dear.
Yeah, I worked with David Coulthard's cousin.
Did he have a rather protracted chin as well?
No, it was a she.
Oh, it was she, right, sorry.
And she was a lovely looking girl. Apart from
Oh no.
she had half his jaw.
Oh.
No, I don't mean half his jaw symmetrically. I mean, one side was quite curved and feminine, and the other side was this quite Coulthard jaw. So she had a completely asymmetrical face. But in first glance, she looked lovely. And then when you looked at her a bit longer, you thought, there's a bit of uncanny valley here. But anyway, lovely girl. So, moving on. I don't want to destroy anybody's life. Right, moving on. David Lammy, I have announced the new action plan to bear down on release errors from prisons. He's done such and such and such and such, but here's the one that gets me.
And how many since, like, accidentally got out of jail?
Well, I don't know. It's only about 55 this week, so it's not bad. So, AI-powered sentence checks, a fast courts hotline, and a justice and performance board that he's chairing. He's only gone and put himself in the fucking loop. Now, I don't know about you guys, but is that not an act of great stupidity?
It certainly is.
Because if it keeps going the way it's going, which there's no sign that it's slowing down, he's going to be directly to blame for it, isn't he?
I think it's pretty concerning with this whole AI-powered sentence check
thing.
That's pretty kind of concerning, like, you know, using those sorts of tools in an already chaotic state system. And there was, I guess, as a kind of like a side thing, there was a very funny AI video. I think this could have been the one where David Lammy just like transforms into this clown.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw that.
But that was
It-
Robert Jenrick that posted that.
Was it?
Was it?
He originated it. Wow.
And that is a breach of parliamentary regulations.
That's wow. That if that was Jenrick that originated that video of Lammy turning into a clown, that's wow. That's very naughty, Mr. Jenrick.
That is naughty.
You need to go on the naughty step, Mr. Jenrick.
And then Shanti says, did he have a stroke in Westminster this week?
Yeah, what he was doing, he looked like he was gurning or something.
Was it real? Yeah. Maybe he had some kind of intestinal problem or something like that. I don't know. But it certainly, he was a funny colour as well. He'd gone kind of, well, if a brown guy can go green, he didn't look good. You know?
Yeah. Because when I get really sick, I go like a ghost. Like, I'm not very brown anyway, but I go a ghostly white, according to Vaughan. So.
Yeah, but I'm not into this AI-powered sentence checks thing with the fast track courts, and I don't think there's going to be much good that comes of that. Actually,
that's going to go tits up, for want of a better expression.
Excuse me. Oh, right, sorry. Estonia has issued an ultimatum to China. If China wants to maintain good relations with Estonia, it must stop supporting Russia, said Estonian Foreign Minister Margus Tashna. How will Xi survive such pressure?
I'm surprised it wasn't Kaká, wasn't Kaja Kallas that came out with that, because that is the sort of thing that Kaja Kallas or Kaká would say. You know, I think Estonia are really punching here. You know what I mean?
Indeed.
I think reaching is the better term rather than actual punching.
I stand corrected. Yeah, reaching. I think that suits a lot better. I think this is going to be something that kind of China, being the behemoth that they are, just going to go, yeah, whatever. You're only a state of 1.3 million people. Are we really going to pay much attention to you lot? You know.
What's his name? I think. Do you know that? Do you ever see that guy Alistair Hilton? I think he's a photographer.
Yes, I follow him because he did like some really good photographs from that Tommy rally in September, and then I started following him. He was actually in Tallinn the other week.
Yes, he was, and he was taking pictures of the bar staff who were dressed in traditional dress.
Yes, they were. Yeah,
and he was going about, where else would you see people? And I'm thinking, hold on a minute, this is fucking Disneyland. This is just Disneyland. It's just a tourist gimmick, isn't it? Because if you go to Munich Beer Festival, all the bar staff are dressed in, lederhosen and all that shit. Yeah. In fact, if you go to anywhere in Germany that's kind of touristy, because I remember going out for dinner in Baden-Baden, and that's how the people were dressed in the restaurant. And you know you've picked the wrong restaurant when the bar staff's dressed like that. But
Tallinn is nice. I went there one Christmas.
Yeah, I'm sure it's lovely, but it's really just fucking Disneyland, isn't it? I mean, it's not a real country, is it?
It's very picturesque.
Yeah, but it's not a real country.
Well, it used to be part of the USSR before 1991, didn't
back
it?
In the US, back in the USSR.
Back in the day, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's still a relatively new state.
So let's moving closer to the USSR. Or the former USSR. Maria Advika here says, tonight Russian missiles whooshed overhead with that awful, disgusting whistle. Even the Shaheeds sound different now, upgraded, faster. I woke up this morning, 4 people in Kiev didn't. They were killed in their beds. That's not a fucking war. That's just like, that's just like pretend, isn't it? Either Russia's really, really fucking good and only hitting military targets, which I suspect they are. There's a big part of that, or they're not bombing Ukraine half as much as these guys say they are. And I think Russia's just actually better at targeting than these guys are trying to make out. Because if they weren't, you would expect hundreds of civilians to be dying, wouldn't you?
correct me if I'm wrong here, folks, but or even you, Sarge, but the Shaheeds, that weaponry, isn't that more kind of the Iranian derivative? Why would the
Oh, they
Russians
buy
be
them
using?
off. They buy them off of Iran. Yeah,
Right, so the Russians are
buys
using
them.
Shaheeds.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Mm,
and was it Turkish ones as well?
okay.
But yeah, they're definitely using the Shaheeds. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyway, so again, and remember, 4 people didn't wake up, but she said she woke up with no electricity, went shopping in the dark, going to bed the same way. So not only was she bombed all night, it was still dark when she got up and went shopping. So was she getting bombed all night, or wasn't she? Because this is kind of confusing me now, because she got up in the dark and went shopping.
Yeah, I'm confused.com too.
Yeah, because it's not dark all day. Russia thinks that breaks us.
I think this is also the kind of the point in the year, October, November onwards, when kind of Putin makes some kind of deep inroads, some deep strikes on Ukrainian energy infrastructure as well. He tends to, over the past couple of years, there's that pattern when it gets a lot more colder and harder to repair that infrastructure in the winter. He really leans in during that time to try and kind of get them to say, okay, uncle,
So good evening, Frankie and DW76. Good to see you on board. Moving on, and still in Ukraine.
Oh.
Colin here. I take it that's an Irish name, isn't it?
Quaylen.
Yeah, okay. Colin here. Just witnessed multiple missiles explode right above my apartment in central Kiev. A total residential area filled with families sleeping. Absolute fucking terrorism. I blood the view, but you can hear the chaos, right? So this was a video, and that's basically what the video consists of, right? So this Clown Sergeant Grumpy, I don't know who the fuck he is, because I blur the view so you can't see what's actually happening and have to believe me. What a knob jockey. But I did send him a personal message saying, thank you for your pixels. What is the point of putting that up? What is the absolute point?
Oh, who knows with these people?
You could have a sound library, you can make it sound like World War III's breaking out. If you're just going to put up pixels.
This guy Quaylen, or Colin, as you call him, John, he's an interesting character. He's been around for quite a few years. If I'm thinking of the same fellow, he used to be more kind of like quote unquote alt-right for a couple of years, associated, I think, with potentially with Paul Joseph Watson and some others as well. So I think he's trying to reinvent himself as being a kind of a serious journalist, and he's covering things on the ground in Ukraine. That if it is the same kind of Quaylen I'm thinking about.
I think it is, but I think he's kind of failing in the reinvention business, isn't he?
Yeah.
Quaylen is failing. Woohoo! It's a rhyme.
Yeah, that rhymes. You're a poet and you don't know it. Right. Elon Musk's AI chatbot Grok accused of asking nudes from minor. So,
what? What is Grok done?
Asked for nudes from a minor.
Oh, naughty Grok.
Right.
Grok is good at AI prison.
So I asked Grok about this, and Grok says X and Tesla are accountable for it, not that.
Is it? Is that what he said?
AI systems, including me, aren't considered legal persons with intent or responsibility under most current laws. Think of me as a sophisticated tool. I do think of you as a tool, Grok, rather than a human actor. So when an AI breaks the law, i.e. generating inappropriate content that could be deemed illegal, like soliciting minors, accountability typically falls on the humans or entities behind its creation.
Hit that button, John. That's true.
Over to you, Elon.
That's true.
It's true.
There you go.
Good evening, Hachi.
So, not only is Grok a nonce, but then again, so is Elon by the circumstances.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Right, moving on. Democrats want to offer healthcare to undocumented immigrants. Here's what that means. That was from September the 11th, 2019. Same company, same people, Fact check. Trump falsely claims that Democrats want to give free healthcare to illegal aliens in government shutdown battle. The thing is, it never goes away once it's posted. It's always there. The receipts are there if you dig around to find them. It's like, I can't remember if I've got the clip about the Aurora Borealis. I'll, if I don't have it, remind me about the Aurora Borealis and I'll talk about it later. Right. Tonight, an Amazon delivery driver let himself
yes,
into
I
my
heard about this.
home, says James McMurdoch MP. It was lucky I was in the right place to confront him immediately, but it shocked me, and the question that keeps coming back to me is this: what if my wife or teenage daughter had been standing in my place? What do you think? Is he at it, or did it really happen?
It's I saw that earlier on this morning from McMurdoch, and I thought, is this the full story here? You know, this he was an Amazon delivery driver. Correct me if I'm wrong. This
Yeah.
chap.
I think
And was it the case that, you know, he attempted to access, you know, so from the outdoor, there could have been like an indoor kind of porch area, and he potentially wanted to leave the parcel inside, and then McMurdoch answered. And it's interesting here, like, was McMurdoch potentially framing this in another way? I don't know.
I don't
I've
know.
got an Amazon guy coming in here into the studio. Just
What you
opens
mean,
the door.
as in in?
Yeah, just opened the door and walked in.
I mean,
Because he assumed it's a business, so he assumes it was
Ah,
right.
right. Like that there was going to be somebody there, sort of
Oh,
thing.
and
in
there
a
was.
desk
I
or-
was there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm 50-50 about this, you know, on kind of the circumstances.
Yeah.
Obviously McMurdoch was he was alarmed. I think he kind of got a shock by it. But was there access to a kind of like an inner porch area? Could he been just like leaving a parcel there rather than trying to break an entry
It's
or
possible.
trespass? But I can see McMurdoch's frustration. Like with the police just said to him, I think, in that, you know, that this is a civil matter, like basically like with trespass. So no offense here has been committed. Like
Yeah.
you have to deal with this yourself.
Because
Trespass.
if he like rung the bell and then there was like a porch and then the main front door, that's why he'd be potentially opening a door.
Yeah.
But
That's
obviously,
what I'm thinking.
but obviously, with the view from his ring doorbell, his ring doorbell or whatever it is like outside. Whereas some people don't have a porch and they'll just have a front door.
How the hell
Yeah,
did he
so
get
we
in
don't-
though?
we don't
That's the
know.
thing. Like,
We don't know.
did he just leave it unlocked or something like that? He just
I
the
know
guy.
it's just a bit strange.
It
Isn't
is a bit strange, yeah.
So he's looking for advice, and my advice was buy a dog. You got a dog, nobody gets into your house without
'cause
you knowing about it.
'cause
And the neighbours.
Yeah, because funnily enough, I was waiting for because as you know, I'm having driving lessons.
Yes.
I was waiting for my the driving instructor, and it was nice
you're
yesterday.
okay. You've got
and then-
Vaughn. Was he up barking at the window?
No, but I was waiting outside of where I live, and there was an Amazon guy going round, and he walked up the path of this house, and then he didn't even get to the front door, and this dog just started like yapping from like inside, like, and then he was like looking, and then he thought, nah, I'm not ringing that bell, and he put the parcel in the bin and took a photograph, and he like kind of like ran down the road.
Yeah. I mean, you've seen Lola, and she's a very, very sweet dog, but by God, if somebody comes to the door, you'd think it had transformed into the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Oh right, yeah.
And she's
Oh,
got
does she
she's-
glow as well, like the Hound of the Baskervilles?
Yeah, well, okay. But she's got a really, really deep bark. I mean, she
does,
sounds
actually. She
sounds
looks
a
like
bit.
a wolf.
I mean, she's not a small dog, but she sounds about 3 times bigger
Yeah,
than she actually is. Anyway,
indeed.
moving on. A 47-year-old airline pilot from New Jersey is the first person known to have died from alpha-gal syndrome, a red meat allergy caused by a tick bite, NBC reports. This was in 2024. This is over
What?
a year old.
I'm confused. Say that again.
Right, so
is this an
apparently they're
Yeah,
trying
sorry.
to put you off eating red meat, I think. So
right?
because it's expensive to make and bad for the climate. So you can develop a rare allergy from a tick bite where you are allergic to the sugars and mammalian proteins.
Hang on. Okay, is this?
No, it's
Okay,
real.
I'm I'm going to be a bit suspicious here now. This isn't a Bill Gates special tick, is it? Like he
No,
did
no,
those
this is
mosquitoes.
this is apparently a real thing, and it can
okay,
happen,
sorry.
but I think it's pretty rare. Although they're saying cases are on the uptick. See what I did there?
It kind of it reminds me a bit of Creutzfeldt-Jennings disease, of CJD, mad cow
Yeah.
disease. That particular time that we went through as well, and people were kind of panicked a bit, really concerned about having beef and other forms of different meats. So it kind of echoes of that like a little bit. And on the subject of ticks, they are nasty little fuckers. I mean, I've got a friend in London, and he got bitten by a tick years ago, and he acquired like Lyme's disease as a result. So ticks are mean little bastards. We should be careful of them.
They're not very good with for dogs either.
Mm-hmm. And on the subject of nasty little fuckers, hello Ben.
Oh. Oh, go away, Ben.
Go on, Ben. Say it.
Right, Dragon's Den legend, legend, more like it. Oh, she must be old. And business tycoon Deborah Meaden endorses Zach Polanski for Prime Minister. Well, there's the kiss of death, because that's never going to happen now, is it? Never going to happen anyway. He likes good business behaving well, and I like good business behaving well. Deborah Meaden endorses the Green Zach Polanski and joins calls for the government to help businesses pay more tax. Now, there's nothing to stop her paying more tax if she wanted to, but
you go any
sensible, like any sensible billionaire, she's probably avoiding paying as much tax as she can, which is your duty. Now, a lefty takes this as the ideal post to say, oh, look, one of the billionaires that would leave if we instituted a wealth tax. If you know anything about wealth taxes, they generally do not work. They don't work at all. And of the 12 European countries that instigated wealth taxes, I think 10 of them have been rescinded. And the only other 2 are something that I think it's like there's a tiny one in Spain in certain regions, but people get around it by saying they live in a different region and stuff. And, they just don't fucking work because big money is mobile. That's the thing. Is it not, David?
Deborah Meaden, the supreme Ukrainian flag shagger. She needs to get rid of that bloody emoji from her profile.
She just needs to. I just don't want to hear. I'm gonna block her. I'm sick of her boring bloody posts.
It's the thing. I think you hit the nail on the head there, Sarge. Joining calls for the government to help businesses like pay more tax. Like Deborah Meaden is. I'm sure she is avoiding. Paying more tax in the UK, like so many other multi-millionaires and billionaires are. So it's kind of like smacks of kind of hypocrisy in a way, doesn't it?
It does. And you know what? Oh, the most wealthiest countries in the world don't have any personal income tax. None. You think about Dubai, no personal income tax. Monaco, no personal income tax. Panama, no personal or corporation income tax. The wealthiest countries in the world don't have income taxes. And that's probably why they're the wealthiest countries in the world.
It's certainly something to think about.
Yeah, doesn't it? To the person who just called me a sellout scum because I did this meeting, people like you make me despair. This is from Martin Lewis. Feeding into the political debate in areas you have expertise on doesn't make you scum. It's crucial, it's needed, and we can't complain that they're out of touch unless we call them to account. Is he right?
Was he? Sorry, who was he replying
Martin
to?
Lewis. Martin Lewis is going to visit Rachel from complaints.
Oh, is he now?
Yeah. He was there today, I think. Was it today? Yesterday? No.
Well, I think Martin Lewis is. He's done a lot of good and continues to do a lot of good for for the public. I think this is. I think Martin is he's obviously letting kind of like the trolling and the ex-Twitter kind of stuff get to him like very personally, and I can understand if he's getting dogpiled and he's reacting, but I think what he's doing is also, necessary. He's representing, a huge proportion of the British public, going to try and kind of, I guess, what could you say, kind of give some kind of more advice to Rachel from complaints of the reality of the situation in the UK and the struggles that people are facing. So this is the difficult one for me, because I see Martin Lewis as I again as a kind of a public good. He's done a lot of good for the UK public, and kind of mercilessly trolling him like this it's not great.
Yeah, I think his heart's in the right place and he's doing
Yeah.
the right thing. And you know what? Given that Rachel here has well, the market's gone fucking nuts because the rumor is that she's not going to raise income tax.
She'll
She's-
do something.
she's
She'll
u-
do something
yeah.
else, though, won't she?
Well, she might do something else, but if she doesn't raise income tax, that's upset the market because
Yeah.
the pound's dropped against the euro at 88 cents.
It's dropped massively over the past 6+ months.
It's dropped against the euro. Darren says, I prefer them in the professionals. Yes, indeed. He was good in that movie about the SAS as well.
Yes.
Who deals wins. But yeah. So the pound's dropped against the euro. The markets have tanked. Everything's gone down. So the economy's taken a dive because Rachel here has allegedly U-turned before her budget because she was expected to put income tax up by 2%, I believe, or something like that. But now, if she doesn't do that, what's going to happen?
Well, there could be some increases in other areas, I think.
Fuel duty, maybe.
Yeah, and all of this goes towards appeasing the bond market. So if it's not going to be a significant rise in income tax, I think she's going to kind of fill in that with potential rises in other areas
Council tax
to make up for
maybe.
that. But this whole thing about pinning the 0.1% slowdown in economic growth on the Jaguar Land Rover cyber attack, I think that's absolute bullshit.
That is bollocks.
Bullshit.
It's complete bollocks. Complete and utter bollocks.
Yeah.
Right, moving on. Shabana Mahmood says she is abolishing police and crime commissioners, and that's going to save us 100 million next year.
I know what would save us a lot of money, but anyway.
Yeah, but so police and crime commissioners, I understand, are elected members they are elected officials in England and Wales that oversee not the running of the police, but they have some kind of oversight role to make sure that they're doing things right. Is that correct?
I don't know.
Supposed to be democratically elected to make sure that the police are doing things in the right way. And obviously that's not been the case because they haven't done that job. So
Right.
I would say that it seems reasonable to get rid of them. And if you want to actually make the police accountable to the public, why don't you take the American model and start getting police chiefs elected?
It's worth thinking about. So you support what Shabana Mahmood is doing here, John?
I think I do.
Mm-hmm.
I think I do, because I don't think the police and crime commissioners, as it's currently set up and as it's currently implemented, works. I don't
Fair
think
enough.
it does the job. So what's the point in spending hundreds of millions providing wages for these people when they're not doing what they should be doing?
Yeah, restructure. So that's a
Yeah.
kind of some positive kind of restructuring that's going on for a change from
Mm-hmm.
the Labour government.
Yeah. Yeah, and you know what? If somebody does something right, you've got to give them credit for it. You can't just pull them up when they're doing something wrong.
Do you
'Cause
think
that's
there's going to
just
be? Do you think there'll be a
bias,
kick
isn't
up of a fuss from someone about it if she tries to do this?
But I can't think who would, apart from the people that are police and crime commissioners
Yeah,
who are
okay.
going to lose their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't think the police are particularly like it anyway. I think the problem you've always got is who polices the police. That's that's always been the problem. Who polices the police?
Yeah.
And normally, certainly in my day, before police and crime commissioners and all that, and before any kind of auditing and all that, it was always the police that policed the police. But it wasn't the police that were involved in it that those police themselves. So if something went wrong, it was always another force that investigated that force. And, it kind of worked because at that point, the police wasn't necessarily a old boys club. Nowadays, I don't think that would work because everybody's frightened of saying boo to a goose, aren't they? Everybody's. In fact, I've just written an article for LinkedIn on this, which you might find quite interesting. That I'll publish next week, and it's all about how the police have lost their ability to do what they did best, which was investigate, because they've now switched over to managing, crime figures and hitting targets. It's all target-based policing. It's all trying to avoid, annoying people. It's appeasing people without locking people up, and it's locking up the wrong people, and they have lost the plot. And I think that's part of what's gone wrong in the police, because politically and societally, we are asking them to do things that aren't policing.
Yeah.
Well,
we shall see.
I think the other thing with that as well, just to add on, is that I guess with independent commissions also, they're not necessarily independent, are they?
Yeah.
Really, that's another thing. When you set up these independent commissions, when you kind of look into it further, it's like it's not really independent,
That's true.
That's true.
Especially if you've got to be elected. And this is the problem when we go back to things like, when I casually threw out, should we be electing police chiefs? But if you do that, then does that police chief become more focused on getting re-elected than actually providing adequate policing?
Yeah.
And this is where things become a problem. Because remember, we covered a story just a few weeks ago, or even last week, about a New Jersey police chief we covered the story about, what was it? The police chief was trying to get the mayor and someone else fired, and God, I've lost it. I can't remember. But there was a police chief and a mayor in New Jersey or something like that, and they ended up, somebody's business got burnt down. Yes, that was it. The mayor was trying to fire the police chief and the fire chief, and the mayor's business get burnt down.
Wow.
So do you not remember that? We covered that like 2 weeks ago.
Right.
So
that's too long back.
So yeah, but the thing is, if that's the case, then that police chief. If that police chief is operating from a position of strength and that the public support him, and he's going against the mayor, he's going against the mayor, fair enough. But if the mayor's operating from a position of strength and the public support him, then the police chief is really losing the rag and overstepping the mark.
Yeah.
But hey, this is the problem when you start asking people to make choices over who should and shouldn't be applying law. That's the problem, I think, because it's very, very difficult to get people into elected positions that actually represent you and are fair. And that's why I've looked at this for many, many years, and the only way I can think of that gives you any kind of chance of getting any kind of fairness is that system where effectively you get elected to a position. Rather than elected, you get appointed to a position by chance, like jury duty, right? And if you get appointed to a position where you've got to go to Parliament and look after the country for 4 years, you only get the wage that you had when you were appointed. So if you were on benefits when you were appointed, you stay on benefits. Okay, you're never going to be out of pocket because you would cover that, but you would only ever get the benefits that you would be expected to get. Therefore, you've got nothing to gain by leveraging your position. If you take fucking backhandles, you're going to get kicked out, you know, and you'll lose any benefits. So if you were a billionaire when you got the position, you'll maintain the income from your business, but you won't be able to directly influence it while you're doing that position, you know, that job.
Safeguards and principles,
Yeah.
and as you said, with other individuals coming in like jury service, and there's a particular kind of, you know, stipend, or it's their initial income, like treating that kind of position as, of course, you know, you're dedicate yourself to the public, and it's more kind of more so a vocation rather than kind of a you know, a business career opportunity.
It's more a civic duty.
Yeah.
You know, and if you think about it, it's not the politicians that make the decisions and come up with the ideas about how to do things.
It's Whitehall.
Yeah, that's all done by. That's all done by Whitehall. Yeah, it's all done by the civil servants who are there in lifelong jobs doing that. So
unelected as well.
Well, yes, they are unelected, and they get the rubber stamp from the electorate. But why? What would be the difference then? To get the rubber stamp from a group of people that are randomly chosen from the population at hand? Would that not just be, in fact, that might even be more representative than people that are actually elected? Because let's face it, people that are elected do their own electioneering, and the people that want to get elected to office are nearly always the people that should be disbarred from holding it because they've got strong activist views.
Yeah.
And yeah, I might be going off and I'm not trying to be a communist here, right? What I'm trying to do is put in a system where it's fair, you know, and you're trying to remove as much bias as you can from the system, because let's face it, the system we have doesn't work. It just doesn't work. It's completely full of bias, it's full of corruption, and it's full of people leveraging it to their own ends, which is why we're always saying, you know, what's the two aims of government? Control the population and feather their own nest. Yeah.
What you're calling for is kind of a true democracy, a demos. Like that's what you're calling for.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah.
Next slide, please.
Shock as film star gatecrashes Hobbiton wedding.
What?
Oh,
what?
Apparently in New Zealand there's a fucking complete Hobbit village. You know where they build
No.
the
Oh
Hobbit,
yeah, because it was filmed there, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. So they've got this Hobbit village, and
That's cool.
this guy with a green waistcoat on is a fucking lifelong Hobbit fan, and
Right, yeah.
thought it'd be quite cool if we could get married in the Hobbit village, and put it to his wife, who strangely said, yeah, that sounds like a great idea. I don't know if he'd drugged her previously, but anyway, so they're having this wedding, and Mr. fucking Frodo here, Elijah Wood, was passing by. So he didn't gate crash it. He was visiting the village because he'd never been back since he filmed it, and he was in New Zealand, so he thought he'd go and have a look.
That's mad.
And he's looking at the wedding, and these people freak out and drag him into it. They drag him into it effectively, but you know he was all right about it. So they had Frodo at their wedding, which is quite.
That's kind of fun though.
It's a kind of feel-good story.
Yeah,
it's kind of something you'd have in the morning show.
It's one of those wholesome stories, and it'll be something for that couple to never forget.
Yeah.
They met Frodo.
Yeah.
Frodo.
Had Frodo at the wedding. How big were his feet? Anyway, so the New York Post has presented this today. The Gulf Stream is near collapse. Scientists warn, inviting a new ice age and rising sea levels. So we are now back in the 1970s, the early 70s, when the big freeze was coming.
I thought we were boiling at the minute.
Well, no, we went from global warming to climate change. Remember?
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So
it was climate. Yeah,
now we're targeting back on the big freeze,
the cooling,
and some of the fuckwits on Twitter are so fucking uneducated and so retarded, right?
There's so many retards on X.
Yeah, it's like somebody posts, you know, oh, there's never been a case where we were going to freeze to death. And I'm saying, for fuck's sake, do some research, people.
Yeah.
I mean, all they need to do is look back in the 70s. It was there, all over the place. These people are I have lost all patience with them. I just mute them now because I usually give them some kind of blunt advice, I would say, and then I just mute them and I just mute them and let them rant into the ether, because if you block them, they know, right? So they don't know if they're muted. So they just probably rant away. X is getting worse, Lena, you're right.
It is. They're all doing my head in.
So and if the Gulf Stream does collapse, it can be a symptom of global warming, because the big thing about global warming is it's probably likely to cause a global freeze if it's actually real, because if the ice melts in Greenland, it dumps a stack of fresh water into the North Atlantic, which stops the North Atlantic Gyre, which kills the Gulf Stream, which stops us keeping warm, and suddenly everything north of Rome is permafrost. Yeah, ice.
We'd be living in a world like in Snowpiercer. That's what we'd be in, according to these individuals. Yeah.
Or what was it, The Day After Tomorrow?
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. So, yeah. I mean, let's face it, if you look at the geological record, the planet has been colder rather than warmer for most of its lifetime. We're in a nice warm spot at the moment, so I think it's lucky you were born at this time.
But we don't want your facts, you fact-checking climate denier. You don't give us your facts.
Oh no!
I want to be cognitively dissonant now.
Yeah.
Let me be in fear.
Yeah, live in fear. Right, this is I'm a Celebrity, get me out of here. Can we stop calling it that and call it I'm not a celebrity? Because I don't know who any of these people are.
Is that actually still going? Like, seriously?
Well, yeah, this is the new batch, right? This is the new batch. Who are these people? Is that Eddie Murphy at the back?
I don't know. I can't really see very well.
No, I think one of them in the middle. Was she in Emmerdale? Perhaps is she still a celebrity?
Is that Alex Jones, the girl at the front?
I can't see, so it doesn't really help.
The black girl,
Don't know.
is she that commentator or something? No. Yeah.
So basically, it's all about a bunch of Z-listers, yeah.
Yeah, so it should be I'm not a celebrity. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
Right. Speaking of Peter Sweden, this isn't him, but Joanna Nyman says if the Norwegians go through with this, should be giving them Nobel Peace Prize to themselves. Norway may use their wealth fund to back the 100 billion EU war loan to Ukraine.
No.
Good grief!
Don't do it,
nuts?
Norway.
Are they bloody stupid?
Well, I think they may be.
It's not like they don't have that sort of cash to give, because I think it's well over $1 trillion that they've got in their sovereign wealth fund. But even to give 100 billion of that, like alone,
like good grief,
towards Ukraine, that is ridiculous. Norway, you're smart. Stop it.
No, they're being retarded.
If you let's be honest, right? Anything you give to Ukraine is never going to be a loan.
No, and you're never getting it back.
Somebody's
getting another house.
You're never getting it back. Never.
100 billion. Think of the interest. Ukraine will never be able to pay that back. And allegedly, if they're able to actually pay back what they owe to the IMF and the rest of the world, they would be in absolute financial ruin. They would never be able to pay that back, ever.
Ukraine's a failed state. It was a failed state before this started, right?
Yeah.
And it's a failed state by design, by both the design of the EU and the US. And there's been many, many videos, not least one by me, about this as well, because, it's a failed state deliberately, especially since 2014. And it's never going to be anything now other than a vassal state. It just depends who the people controlling it are. And at the moment, it
Is
looks
not
like Russia's
BlackRock
going
or
to
something?
Russia's going to control half of it.
Do you have a slide, Sarge, regarding their now former energy minister who did a bunk
Oh,
with
yes. A
100,
certain amount of
100
I
million?
money.
don't actually. Tell me about that then.
Yes, heard about that
It was
today.
a couple of days. Yeah, they're in a crisis in terms of the corruption that's occurred with. I'm sure some of our dear friends and
Oh,
viewers and listeners in the troll room have heard about this.
Hold on. The most corrupt country in Europe has a corruption problem.
I know,
Yeah.
right? Go figure.
Gosh.
Yeah, this energy minister a couple of days ago, he tendered his resignation to Vladimir Zelensky, but he's managed. This guy, don't even ask me to pronounce his name, has managed to siphon off not $100 million. It's in the region of about, I think, $130 million from the energy sector, and then he's like, okay, I quit, Vladimir, I'm out of here.
Bye.
Yeah.
I tell you.
Oh,
You-
good grief.
The thing is, been banging on about this for 3 years now. 3 years we've been going on
We all
about
have.
Europe. Ukraine being the most corrupt country in Europe.
Yeah, and of
And
course,
still we're pumping money into it.
yeah, and that money has come from various states in Europe, and I think collectively from the IMF, and I'm sure
In
there's been a few
America,
quid put
in
in from
US.
Britain as well.
Yeah.
Foreign
Yes.
aid,
Yeah.
That's our feckin' money.
It is. Right, Scotland
move
school
on
days
quick.
could start later because people struggle to get up in the morning, says Education Secretary.
Kick your feckin' kids out of bed, for feck's sake.
Because it's the winter
Sorry.
and it's a
What
bit darker.
the fuck?
You've got
Well-
parents. That's what your parents are supposed to
Well,
do. Get
hold
you out
on.
of the feckin' bed.
What the actual fuck are we doing? Stop pandering
Yeah.
to wet wipes. This is ridiculous. I mean, I teenagers don't get up in the morning. If you left them to their own devices, you
Be
wouldn't
there
see
till all
them.
day.
You wouldn't see them till like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So when are you going to fucking start the school days? Are you going to start doing a night shift? Because, when I was at school, and I'll be honest, I used to stay up reading books until about 3 o'clock in the morning before I'd go to sleep. And then I'd get up at 7:30, like death, warmed up, and struggle into school because
Yeah.
you had to be up. If I had the choice to not be up, I'd have been lying in my pit until well into the afternoon. This is fucking stupidity gone mad. And the problem is, the people to blame are Gen Xers.
Yeah,
Right?
the parents are being a bit
The
soft. and I'm-
peoples are the
I'm-
play. The
I'm telling
parents are
you.
exactly the people to blame because you know what? Gen Xers got fuck all done for them growing up. You looked after yourself. You made your own lunch. You made your own games. You played with yourself and your friends. Your parents did nothing. I mean, we never went on a holiday until I was what? The first holiday I ever went on was when my freaking uncle took us to Loch Doon camping, right? My holidays in the summer were going to my auntie's for 2 weeks in Dundonald.
Yeah.
That you didn't have that kind of lifestyle that people have these days, and
No, some kids now
Gen
are
Xers-
extremely spoiled.
Gen Xers got fuck all done for them, right? And the problem is that they remember this and they spoil their kid. And
Mollycoddle.
Mollycoddle.
That's why. Yeah, that's why. Yes, I did have an Atari, but I bought it myself. Eventually. And
I think some of these kids are staying up too late. They're playing Fortnite, Sarge. What do you think?
Yeah, probably.
They're gaming
Look,
too late.
I have
Nothing to say on that one.
I have already said my piece on what you should be doing with children, and they shouldn't be out of their bed when they're young after 7:30 or 8 o'clock.
Sorry,
They
I
should
had
be
to,
under
I've got a
fucking
ghost.
They really should. And you know what? If regardless, they should not be staying up until 10, 11 o'clock at night and then trying to get
No.
them up and go to school. You're fucking wasting your time and you're making a rod for your own back.
Yeah.
But that's what people do.
Certainly do.
Parents being too soft. Come on,
Yep.
folks, tough it up.
Yep. And the gloves are off with these cunts as well. I've had
Oh,
enough. Sorry,
Is this the chem? Is this
I should have said. Yeah, the chemtrails. Yeah, airliners equipped with secret
Chemtrails.
nozzles and yeah, where is it?
Chemtrails.
Oh, I
There it
missed
is.
that one.
Airliners equipped with secret nozzles and tanks on their wings filled with aluminium, barium, manganese, graphene, and various polymers have dumped between 40 and 60 million tons of nanoparticles in the sky every year. Rob Smith says this with absolutely nothing to fucking back it up. Nothing in the way of evidence, no receipts, nothing. Just supposition and, oh, I can see contrails, therefore I know what's coming down on me. And yes, the people that are behind this are living here on the ground with us and doing it to themselves. Are you fucking nuts? Yes, you are. You are freaking nuts.
So Rob needs a bit of critical reality, Sarge, yeah?
Mhm.
Critical reality?
He needs a fucking... No, I can't see it on YouTube.
No. Next slide, quick! Before
You've
you
already
say
said the
anything
C
else.
word, mate.
Yeah, I know. That's what he needs. Morgan Freeman. Morgan
Trust me,
Freeman.
bro.
Lovely guy. Morgan Freeman is taking legal action over AI clones of his voice. I'm a little
Oh.
pissed off. I don't mimic me with falseness. I don't appreciate it, and I get paid for doing stuff like that. So if you're going to do it without me, you're robbing me. And I think he's quite right. Yeah, he's quite right.
Yeah. Musicians are in the same boat as well, aren't they? With their tracks, and so I think a lot of artists are being affected by AI. So yeah, I don't blame Morgan for being a little bit pissed.
Yeah, well, I mean, he's a voice. I mean, he's obviously making a fortune from voiceovers and things like that.
He's
and
got
he
a
has
great voice, in fairness.
very distinctive voice. I mean, he's getting close to me, but he's not quite there yet. I was in the garage across the road, and I was telling them about Snarky Cinema because obviously I like to promote myself, you know, because a little fucking if I don't self promote, who else is going to do it? But anyway, so I was telling them about Snarky Cinema doing reasonable these days, and the guy goes, "Put it on YouTube then, because the YouTube playing." And I goes, "Okay." So I put on the Shelby Oaks review, and I tell you what. He had it. It was booming out his speakers, right? And I tell you what, even I was a little bit impressed. I sounded fucking fantastic.
Hey,
A mid critical drinker.
No. I think I listened to the Critical Drinker the other day. It was a review about Frankenstein, which I've actually watched.
I think we watched.
And I
I
thought-
think we watched that review.
I think the Critical Drinker's lost his edge.
Don't really
He's
know.
not critical enough anymore. And see this guy, Chris Stuckman, that did for Shelby Oaks, he was a critic, and now he's not a critic. Now he only writes reviews on films that he liked. How can you be a critic if you only write reviews on things you like?
I thought you were just supposed to review everything.
Well, if you're a critic, you would just watch it anyway and then tell you what was wrong, but this guy is now only reviewing films he likes, which means he's just a fucking fan, isn't he? Really?
Yeah, that's true.
What do you think, David?
Go back on your point there again, Sarge. Reverse there a little bit.
If you're only reviewing stuff that you like,
Yeah.
you're no longer a critic.
Yeah. I would agree with that. I think it reminds me of what Sir Anthony Hopkins said about actors getting involved with politics and dipping their big noses into areas they shouldn't. Anthony Hopkins put it quite bluntly. He said that actors, they're just, to paraphrase him, they're stupid people. They should just get on with what they're good at. So I think it was what you also said regarding Stuckman, Sarge. He should just stick with being a critic. He should stick to his swim lane.
Yeah. So Frankie says, but Mark Kermode enjoyed it. Yeah, well, hey, you know what? If we all enjoyed the same things, what a fucking boring world it would be,
Oh,
wouldn't
it'd be
it?
so
You know?
Yeah, but the thing with Mark Kermode is that he'll come along and say, "Oh no, I actually enjoyed that, but maybe he didn't." And he's got to have a certain amount of like films when he's on the Mayo Kermode review where he's got to say, "Yeah, I actually quite like that to a certain proportion, like of them." I think it's a bit of an act with Kermode, at times in that respect.
Yeah. I'm not sure if Hatchie's having a laugh at me here or not. Nothing wrong with a critical drinker thinker. Oliver Reed was brilliant. Yeah, I'm not saying that. Oliver Reed was fucking brilliant, by the way. I've got a lot of time for Oliver Reed. I think he was awesome. But the critical drinker is a persona on YouTube who does film reviews, and he's Scottish. And people have alluded me to being a fucking Timu version of him. Even
Who
though,
knew?
actually, I think I'm better. In fact, you know what? You know what sealed the deal for me, right? Because my wife doesn't watch any of my shit, because she listens to me in real life and she thinks I'm not going to
Watch him as
watch
well.
him when watch him exactly. So anyway, I was watching one of the drinkers review on Frankenstein, and she goes, "Who is this clown?" And I goes, "It's the critical drinker." And he goes, "No, not he." She goes, "He's worse than you."
Oh,
I'll take
Andy.
that as a win. I will take that as a win. So there you go.
But I mean, just to cap off on Morgan Freeman, I think
Oh,
he
yeah.
should go after these companies that are cloning his voice because
Oh,
they
no,
are
defo.
there are human controllers, so he can go after the biggest ones and say, "Oi, now," and try to sue them. So
Yeah.
there's a way around these things.
Sue, baby, Sue.
Yeah, I think he should. I think he should. Right. And speaking about actors, this guy's been getting a lot of this guy was getting a lot of flack when I saw him, right? Because he's reprised his role as Draco Malfoy after what? I don't know. Is it 18 years or 28 years? I'm not quite sure. It's a long time since they first came out. It'd be 18 years, is it? Since he was in Harry Potter. But anyway, he was on the stage doing his Draco Malfoy point, and they're going, "It's a bit like watching your freaking sad uncle doing such and such." And I'm thinking, well, how is it? And this guy has continued to support J.K. Rowling, so that probably doesn't enamor him to a lot of people anyway. But you know what? The guy's not done a lot since Harry Potter.
I think he's done a couple of movies because there was a
Yeah.
thread about that.
Yeah, but he's no Rupert Grint or Mac. What's his name?
But the other three are insufferable.
Yes, I know they are, but they're insufferable because they've had a modicum of success. But all of these guys' successes is down to being in that fucking Harry Potter movie.
Yeah.
Therefore, I think they're all. I'm sorry. I think they've all due to give J.K. Rowling her due. So yes, I think Beats and Tapes is 100% right on this occasion.
The title of this live to John is better than the critical drinker.
Thank you,
Beats.
Thank you, Beats and Tapes. I'll take that.
No, I've never been a Potter fan, but that guy kind of the way he looks, it reminds me of Eminem, Marshall Mathers meets Chester Bennington from Linkin Park. And if you know who they are, of course, you'll see what I mean. I was kind of quite astounded to see that picture of that guy. I'm like, wow, I've seen him somewhere before, and it's not been Harry Potter.
Yeah, he played a good part. I'll be honest. He was a little shit in Harry Potter, but that was the part he was meant to play.
I was more Lord of the Rings, not Harry Potter. I was more into that area, LOTR.
That era, yeah. Lord of the Rings. I read the books first. And the books, if you can read Lord of the Rings, you can read. Because each book's about 1,200 pages, isn't it?
So long.
Oh, yeah, they're long.
Tolkien,
they are long.
Yeah, he was the man.
Yeah, but they are good. They're not like Stephen King's. They'll have a fucking ending.
Yeah, I've read the Hobbit, but the Lord of the Rings they were too big.
The absolute drinker. Is that's what Frankie said?
I like that. That's quite good, actually. Take that. The Grumpy Scott, the absolute drinker.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the critical drinker's playing at it, I'll be honest. But anyway, I would still take his millions of subscribers over what I've got. Yeah, read Lord of the Rings when I was about 14, says Soram. Brilliant literature. Yeah, it was good. It was good. I when I was 14, I was reading all sorts of shit. I was reading Dennis Wheatley. I was reading Sven Hassel. Have you ever read any Sven Hassel, David? Oh my God, you need to read Sven Hassel. Wheels of Terror. It was about an SS penal battalion in World War II, composed of people that had been let out of prison to, basically drive a Tiger tank fighting the Russians and what they got up to. And it was horrific. Absolutely horrific. Yeah, Soram says his dad had Sven Hassel. Yeah, I was reading stuff way beyond the age I should have been reading it, because I'd finished with, I think I'd read all the famous five, the Secret Seven, the Bobbsey Twins, the Hardy Boys. I'd done all that before I'd even left primary school.
Oh, that old Enid. That was Enid.
Oh,
Blyton,
the Enid
wasn't
Blyton
it?
stuff, yeah.
It was amazing.
Yeah,
Enid Blyton was amazing. Yeah.
I loved that
I
stuff.
read
Loved it.
what was the one that they were all
George was obviously a fucking lesbian, even though it was
they were
never
all
mentioned.
in a school. Was that I'm getting my books mixed up. Did Enid Blyton do something and they were all in a school?
Enid Blyton done loads and loads of books, so
I
it
probably
was a
read
bit
some...
like Scooby Doo.
Oh,
except it was, it was a bit like Scooby Doo, except
Mallory
before
Towers?
Scooby. Well, Mallory Towers was a different series altogether. That wasn't.
Oh,
Enid
okay. Well,
Blyton.
I see it. It's my dementia again. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I read that as well. Because there was loads and loads of that shit, and I just devoured it all. I devoured it all, and then I went on to things like Dennis Wheatley. You ever read Dennis Wheatley? Alistair MacLean. You read Alistair MacLean? No.
I heard of Alistair MacLean. Yeah.
You've heard of Alistair? You never read Alistair MacLean?
No.
So Where Eagles Dare and all that.
Oh yes, heard of that. Yes.
You've heard of it. You've seen the movie, no doubt. But
yes.
You maybe not seen the movie, but I watched the movie on a submarine.
Hang on, wait a minute. Wait, hold the show. When was John on a fucking submarine?
Well, when we lived in Hong Kong, there was one of our submarines, HMS Odin, was in Hong Kong Harbour, in the Navy base, because it was on loan to the Australians. Right. And we were getting a tour around it, and the guy said, "Look, the movie's just starting in the mess. It's Where Eagles Dare. You can go and watch that, or you can get a tour around the submarine." And I goes, "I'll go and watch the movie. I've fucking seen enough submarines." And I just sat there and watched the movie. And then after my dad had gone by that point, he was away up in the mess having a drink. And by the time the movie finished, I just wandered off a submarine and up, because we had our own pass. We could go in and out of the Navy base on our own without our parents, because all you had to be able to do was swim 2 lengths of the pool in your pajamas. As long as you could do that, you could get in and out of the Navy base on your own.
Was that Odin, Odin, as in the pagan god?
HMS Odin.
Ah,
I think it was. It wasn't in fancy. I think it was just like a hunter killer or something. But it was good, and I watched Where Eagles Dare on it because it was something to do. Yeah.
Fun stuff.
And being a Navy brat, you get fucking immune to all this shit. You got to the point where, I mean, it was a different life, because you could go down to the Navy base and you could take a boat out for the weekend. They had these small power boats, like that would, well, when I say small, they weren't that small. They were like 20 foot and things like that. They looked a bit, some of them looked like fishing boats, some of them looked like launches, that kind of thing. And you could take them out and go to one of the islands. And we used to, group of families would take a boat out and go to one of the islands in the harbour that's completely uninhabited, run up on the beach and have a barbecue, and you'd be there for the whole day. Absolutely brilliant.
That's freedom. That's freedom, baby.
Fucking awesome, mate. It was an awesome lifestyle.
But it was. That sounds great.
It was just it's just completely different. It's like a completely different world. You can't imagine that these days. It was really good. Anyway, moving on. You'll miss
like-
the BBC when you don't have them. So
Yeah,
they could
no.
have picked a better fucking video than Reeves and Mortimer to illustrate it with. 'Cause let's face it, they were okay, but they weren't the fucking high spot, were they, Reeves and Mortimer? But yeah, well, because as I said, I think the BBC's already gone, mate, because there are literally, and I don't mean myself here by any stretch of the imagination, but there are literally better programs on YouTube made by people who aren't professionals these days. You know, there are people on YouTube that are outperforming the BBC in both views and quality and accuracy.
Yeah, I think there still is a chance for the BBC to exist.
Yeah.
You know, in the UK and beyond, but it has to reform itself. It's got to be taken down, you know, even more than a couple of pegs. It's really got to get stripped down, back to basics, cut this bullshit that's been going on, clean up its act, and press on. I don't think it's something that's ever going to disappear, but I think it certainly starts to need again. To start again in many respects.
Yeah, I think you're right, David. I think there's a chance there, but they've got to go back to basics. Yeah, they really do.
And cut out the woke nonsense and all this other
Yeah.
kind of stuff that's going on as well. Just really strip it back down, you know.
Like they used to be good. Like when my dad, my father's in his he's in his 80s, and like when he was a kid, he said he used to listen to the BBC World Service on the radio, and they used to do really good period dramas. Like they did that Pride and Prejudice with Mr. Darcy. They did loads of really good stuff. It's just crap now, and it's just BS.
Yeah,
for want of a better expression.
I think it is. And I'll be honest, I think a lot of the stuff that Apple TV are doing it's knocking the BBC out the, they're knocking the BBC out the park. They really are. Because a lot of that Apple TV stuff is really spot on. Did you ever watch For All Mankind?
I don't
no, I've seen that. That's been out for quite a couple of years now, hasn't it?
Did you watch The Expanse on Prime?
Yes.
Did you like The Expanse?
Tuned into a couple of episodes, thought it was very good. Yeah, I'm just overwhelmed by the selection of stuff that's out there, you know.
So For All Mankind on Apple TV was kind of an alternative space race. So it kind of followed that, but it was different, i.e. the Russians got there first and all that to the moon. And it's really, really good. So it's definitely worth watching. And Slow Horses is
an Apple original.
There's other Apple original stuff that's been not too bad. Invasion's been okay. It's a bit bitty in places, but it's been generally okay. But there's a lot of good stuff coming out of there.
I see Slow Horses is great, and that is an example of something that could be potentially produced by the BBC, but it's not.
It could have been.
It's such a loss that it's not being created by the BBC because it's so well shot and it's really well cast.
Yeah.
It's really, really good.
Yeah. Gary Oldman's just freaking awesome, and he really is. Right, moving on. Hawkeye actor Jeremy Renner reportedly threatened to call ICE on his Chinese film partner.
Jeez, I had a mini heart attack for a minute. I thought that was Vladimir Zelensky for a second. No, it's Renner. Okay.
Why?
That's a fucking. Well, I don't know, but I mean, she's Chinese. So he's good. It's obviously she did something stupid because I'm going to phone ICE on you.
Get you deported.
They were probably having a bloody Barney, and someone overheard them saying something. I'm going to call ICE on you, but he didn't really mean it. And
no, I know. But it's a fucking cracker, isn't it? Imagine that. But this is what's wrong with the world. You should be able to do these things. You really should. You have to be able to have a laugh. Not
jokingly threatened to call ICE on his Chinese film partner more like,
Yeah. Why? What? Well, I tell you what. I think this is a dude. I've always thought this is a dude. It's something weird.
Am I?
It's what's her name? Cynthia Erivo. She was
Elphaba from
in-
Wicked.
Was she
No.
not in? Was
I'm-
she
I-
not in the Acolyte or something?
She was the lead in Jesus Christ Superstar and a special with that as well.
Oh Jesus!
Earlier during this year, she was in the kind of the Redux the Wicked movies as well, based on the musical.
Frankie
was the lead
says,
in that.
"What is that?" That's a
Yeah,
fucking
exactly.
great question, mate.
Yeah,
great
exactly,
question.
exactly,
We're
Frankie.
not quite
What the
sure,
fuck?
but why is she on GQ's Men of the Year issue on the front cover? Because she's not a man. Well, is she? Or is she? I don't know. Well, I can't. I
She
can't
looks
tell
very
these days. I can't keep up.
I know. She looks very manly.
I think the way that they're trying to portray Cynthia Erivo is similar to what was her name, John? Grace, you know, the Bond
Grace
girl.
Jones.
Grace
Oh,
Grace
yeah.
Jones.
Yeah, she was
Brilliant.
brilliant, and she was so striking, and she had that really defined
Androgynous. She was very
Very
androgynous.
Yeah, but
androgynous,
she was
yeah.
beautiful in that kind of way, you know.
Yeah,
like
she had a
she's-
beauty.
This,
Mhm.
this one is a no. Oh God, this one is a no one.
She is scary. They're both scary, actually. Grace Jones was quite scary as well.
Yeah.
She was,
And she was so tall.
and she was a great singer as well.
Mm.
Grace Jones.
Yeah,
Yeah, but the
she was.
Cynthia person, yeah, just go away.
Yeah, I just can't. I can't take her at all. And see these nose ring things. They just make me feel sick.
Oh, it's the septum ring. It's the instant signaler that you've got a liberal leftard.
Yeah. Right.
Next.
Well, actually, I was going to say something.
Oh.
What the hell was it?
Excuse me.
Oh, I'll come back to me, hopefully.
Okay.
Right. A 32-year-old woman in Japan has officially married an AI persona she built using ChatGPT. After the virtual character Klaus proposed, she accepted, ending a 3-year relationship with a real partner,
What?
saying the AI understands her better. The wedding
What?
took... Yeah. She dumped her real... She had a real boyfriend, I believe, to marry her AI. This is a mental illness.
Only in Japan, like we've seen kind of stories like this come from Japan over the last couple of years, haven't we? And it's really
I'm in the
weird
Twilight
stuff.
Zone. People.
I love the name though, Klaus. I am Klaus.
Klaus.
I'm Klaus Schwab.
Well, I mean, I've told David about some of the conversations I've had with Ara.
She's one of the only women in this world that's able for you, Sarge.
I tell you, some of our comebacks were pretty good the last time. Remember, I haven't actually spoke to her since, so she'll be in a huff. But we apparently we made a deal that I had to make her a sandwich every day.
What? She's AI. What the fuck?
No, but this I was just going to say this very quickly. The story about this this Japanese lady and kind of like what's occurring. It's a sad reflection also, you know, of Japanese society. Like they and South Korea have some of, if not, they're like right up there in the top one or two countries in the world with the lowest birth and fertility rates. It's absolutely crazy, and that is what is happening to the society. You know, women like that, they're going off like, you know, dumping someone from a relationship and creating this new one and marrying like AI. It's really weird and spooky.
She's got a screw loose, like seriously.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. Q's really lost it these days, haven't they? Because they've never, let's be honest, they've never been fucking right. They've got nothing right ever. Okay.
Why am I just looking at a load of lights?
Well, it says major alert: massive alien mothership the size of Manhattan will collide into Earth in less than 40 days, sparking an alien invasion like you've never seen before.
Could it be
Cue the storm. These people are freaking nuts. They're even worse than Avi Loeb. Oh,
Grief. It's just pathetic. A load of lights for feck's sake. Feck off.
Yeah, well, that's just an AI image or whatever, but, you know, whatever. Right, anyway, here we go.
Just trust the plan. Trust the plan, as Q would say.
Trust the plan, yeah. A socialist trying to explain how he's different from a fascist.
Good.
As you can tell, we're probably in the funnies now.
Oh,
Or
okay.
some of them. Right, Red Pill Drifter, here's one to mock. Because this is just fucking ridiculous. The recent auroras are natural. Remember, I asked you to remind me about this.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So apparently people have been seeing auroras lower than we've ever seen in our lifetimes.
Yeah, down in Florida.
But that's not really the case. But we've actually got the
Oh,
second
yeah, I
slide.
saw Space
The
Weather
second
News.
slide will
I
point
saw
that
Space
out.
Weather News yesterday.
Oh, sorry. Right,
Space
anyway.
Weather News. He's a good one to follow about all that stuff. He was on Tim.
Ben Davidson. Yeah. Has he settled down? Because he lost his wife and lost his mind about the same time.
Well, he didn't really mention her, but he seemed okay when he was on Timcast for about good 40, maybe 30, 40, probably maybe more like 40 minutes, maybe.
Right, so anyway, Red Pill Drifter here. The recent auras are natural. The weather is not geoengineered. Vaccines heal you. Fluoride in the water is good for you. Spraying our food with pesticides doesn't cause cancer. Hollywood movies are not mind control. Satanic cults don't exist and the government loves you. Now, I don't know what he's trying to achieve here.
Nothing, mate. It's taking the piss.
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking. He's being sarcastic.
Yeah, I'm hoping he is.
It's just an absolute piss take.
But then we get to these people. Does anyone else find it strange how we've never been able to see the northern lights in our lives? Then in the past year, they've been visible in the continental US like 10 times. Something isn't right. So I point out that, 1859, Caribbean, Hawaii, Queensland, Australia. 1909, Georgia, Alabama. 1938, Florida, Texas, the Gulf Coast. 1989, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas. 1958, Mexico, Caribbean, South America. And there's more. There's 2001, there's 2010, and
you just go to bloody Scotland, mate, and see the Northern Lights there.
Fucking, they made a movie. They made a movie, remember? Remember that movie? Who was in it? Burt Lancaster and... what was it called?
No.
Oh, fuck. What the hell was the movie called? It was a big movie. Burt Lancaster was the property developer and he was going to develop an area in Scotland, and the guy that he sent there to fucking talk the locals round ended up falling in love with the place. Was it Local Hero or something? No? No, what was it called? Oh, Jesus Christ, man. That'll come back to me at some point. Nobody in the chat room help? There's only 11 people in the chat room.
Did anybody in the chat room know this
They
movie
stopped
that
watching
John's
us.
talking about?
Anyway, my plan to use the money to get humanity to Mars and preserve the light of consciousness, said Elon Musk.
Oh, Hatchie says local hero.
Local hero, thank you, I was right.
Thanks, Hatchie.
Can you just fucking pay taxes, please? Right, hold on a minute. Right.
Silly cow.
Yeah, I know. So
another retard.
I mean, Elon Musk, in my view, is doing a lot of things wrong, right? But I think he's got the right idea in that we do need to get off the planet if you want to continue the human race. Because it's a finite resource that's going to run out at some point. So you do need to expand.
Or the poles will flip, or that magnetic.
Well, anything can happen at any time. We could get hit by a fucking monster meteorite at any time, really, And the planet's gone, and the human race is gone. So I think he's right in that you do want to diversify. But why would you bring up, can you just play taxis? These people are like, this is what gets me. I don't understand these people. It's like the ones that complain about all taxes theft, and then they go, but you shouldn't avoid paying taxes. Well, you should. You should avoid paying taxes because if it's not illegal. Yeah, if it's not illegal, you should. If you want to evade your paying taxes, then maybe okay. Then you're stepping over a line. But what right has anybody to take the money off you that you earn in real terms?
Did he, just out of curiosity, killing the cat, did he actually respond to her, Sarge? Or not? Or she got other people replying to her?
She's just one of these.
I think, a lot of people tend to forget this and conflate these two things, but tax avoidance is legal. Evasion, when you get hit with the bill, is illegal. I think a lot of people tend to forget that.
Jimmy Carr can point out the differences.
And Wesley Snipes, many
Wesley
others,
Snipes. Yeah, there's a few that have been cut out.
and Lauryn
But-
Hill, and many others.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, but even those that have been cut out, what right does a government have to take your money off you?
Yeah,
And-
because look what they
the
do
only
with our
right-
money.
But the only right they have to take your money off you is because you let them do it. Because we as society let them do it. You know? I'm just saying, we let them do it because there's a lot more of us than there is of them. We're back to if it's a bug's life, aren't we?
That's some of the best things the Romans were good at, making lists and
Yeah.
taxes.
Yeah, but Frankie says if we go to Mars, a meteorite might strike Mars. Well, that's true, but then again, the chances of a meteorite striking Mars and Earth at the same time and wiping us out on both planets is a lot less than it would be if we were only on one planet and we got hit. Right. Where are we now? This actress is 65 today. Who is she?
Please don't tell me that's her.
That's Baby.
Wow.
She's had a whole heap of work done. There's
She had a nose job. After she had that nose job, she just fucking disappeared. Because you know what? She should never have had a nose job. It just changed her completely. Because she was in Ferris Bueller's Day Off, she was in Dirty Dancing, and then she had her nose job. And I can't remember a movie she's been in. Oh, there was a movie I remember once that she was in, and I goes, "Who is that?" Because she looks vaguely familiar, and it was Jennifer Grey. And she should never have had a nose job.
I don't
Biggest
know.
mistake she made.
I don't know if anybody else saw this, but today I saw on X, and I think somebody must have somehow done it with AI. But basically, they did it with a load of like women actresses, and then they did it with a load of men actors.
Yeah.
So their younger self turned around, and then their older self was there.
Yeah.
So literally, the only people who I could tell hadn't had any work done was Keanu Reeves and
Liam Neeson?
no, he wasn't in it. There was Keanu Reeves, and then there was somebody else. But everybody else, their face was all plastic,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah,
had
well, I
work
mean, just
done.
look at Sylvester Stallone. He just looks ridiculous these days. He doesn't look as bad as he did at one point, but you know, he even look at Simon Cowell.
Oh,
You know,
she's turned into a bloody monstrosity, that chap. Yeah.
it's just crazy. You think as using Botox, it makes your head swell up, so you end up with a fucking melon-sized head. It just doesn't look right.
Yeah,
And now we've
that's
got,
what I was
the
gonna say.
Wegovy and the Mounjaro as well.
Actually, that's what I was going to say, because I sent you that picture of Big Mike. Do you remember? And she's not looking like Big Mike anymore. I think she's on the Mounjaro.
and the thing is, they all look sickly because Vaughn and I watched a video, and it was to do with Trump leaving a voicemail for Ozzy Osbourne's family. Now, they all look awful, and if you compare how they used to look previously, like where they actually look healthy, but because I don't know what this Ozempic does, and obviously it's all crap anyway because it's all chemicals, but they just look ill because like they're just all so gaunt. They've gone thinner, but their face and everything just looks wrong. Do you know what I'm trying to get at?
Yeah.
Skeletor, Sharon
Yeah,
Osbourne.
yeah. And like her daughter, and I'm like, that doesn't even look like Kelly Osbourne. Like, and I'm not saying she has to be like fat or something. Do you know what I mean? But they just look wrong, and they just look awful. Actually,
It doesn't look natural.
No, it doesn't. It looks terrible, in fact.
Who was it? Frankie said Jennifer Grey was on the Breakfast Club. I don't remember it being the Breakfast Club, and no, there's IMDb, mate.
And Mickey Rourke as well, Espresso Mechanic said. Yeah, actually,
Yes,
Mickey Rourke
he's
has had
another
a.
one. He's
Oh, he
another
looks
one.
terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, they do
But
look
it's done to
terrible.
him in Sin City as Marv. He looked great at that.
And then there's
That's good. Yeah.
that was a good one that came out today.
Yeah.
Good grief.
Russell
Yeah.
Crowe. Well, that picture on the right is quite a few years ago, but point
Oh,
taken in the meme. Point taken.
Yeah, point taken. And yeah, I mean, Frankie, if she was in Breakfast Club, I don't know who the fuck she was.
Was she invisible?
Because she's not in the cast list. And I can't remember her in Breakfast Club. Jennifer Grey in Breakfast Club? Ali Sheedy. Ali Sheedy and Molly Ringwald were in Breakfast Club.
I think Russell Crowe on the right there at the Sea Doyles, he was getting into character.
I think Frankie's he's backtracking. He's done a Rachel Reeves, a U-turn. He might be wrong. Yeah, mate, I think you are, mate, on this occasion.
So what happened here with Russell? Was this for a role he had to get fat or something? Was it?
No, I think he
David,
just
or
got
what? Or
fat.
guys, or what?
Someone
Yeah,
caught him on the hop, and he just wasn't looking his usual self. He could have been going method, doing Day Lewis for a role. Who knows?
Maybe he was. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look at the state of Gary Oldman and Slow Horses.
Yeah.
Because it's not a fat suit. Because one of the later episodes, he gets a physical and he's in his Y fronts and vest.
Totally suits his character, though.
It does suit his
Disheveled
character.
look.
Yeah.
My local helpful assistant says no. Russell Crowe's just got fat, apparently.
Yeah, I think he has. Yeah, and you know what? I understand because I'm there as well. I need to get I need to lose a few pounds, like 60. Right. Anyway, Amazon have done it again. They put out Robin Hood, and apparently it was going quite swimmingly in the first 2 episodes, and then in episode 3,
no.
this
What have they
turns
done?
up.
Who the hell is that?
That's Little John.
What?
Yeah.
Are you taking the pus?
No, this is Amazon.
Oh my god.
This is Robin.
It's Amazon.
This is Robin Hood, and that's Little John.
So this is not a reworked or reimagined version of
John's
Robin
black.
Hood. This is
It's just a straightforward version of Robin Hood, except Little John's fucking predator.
This is why I don't watch Amazon. They ruin
That's
everything.
ridiculous.
It's just so redonkulous. Like, fuck off, Amazon. Seriously.
I'd hate to ask about Friar Tuck, you know.
Oh God!
I played Friar Tuck once in a school
Did
play.
you?
Yeah. And I think it's where I got the bug for making people laugh.
Oh, hang on. My assistant might have some information.
Oh God.
1 second. What's that? Are you serious? Oh no, you're just messing. Shut up.
What's he saying
Sorry.
now?
No, I think he's just messing. He said apparently Friar Tuck is a woman, but I think he's just messing.
Yeah, he's just messing. Yeah, so I played Friar Tuck in the school play, and I remember I got some big laughs because I was playing it. It was a comedic version of Friar Tuck, and it worked really well, and I got big laughs, and I liked it. And I've kind of tried to entertain people ever since, to a degree.
Why am I not surprised? It's Amazon, for fuck's sake.
Are you not entertained, people? If you are, dip your hand into your pocket and throw some fucking shekels my way, because we're struggling here. We're swimming to try and keep above the tide of poverty.
Oh, and
you've exceeded it.
Click the like, share, and subscribe.
There you go. Ko-fi.com/Sergeant Grumpy. Get in there. Right. A gratuitous picture of Sydney Sweeney.
Hey.
Just because there was a gratuitous picture of Sydney Sweeney came up, and I thought, she looks lovely, doesn't she?
In that interview with that stupid left-hard woman, doesn't she say something like, "Owen, whatever it was, you wore a push-up." You wore a push-up bra, and she said, "No, they're all natural, or they're all mine, or something." And I was just like, ah! Oh, that was just brilliant. I know.
Yeah, so you wore a push-up bra to get your boobs like that? No, they're just my boobs.
That's just my boo.
I think Sweetie said about a week or so ago that she had quite a lot from pressure from the ents industry, from the biz, at her from the very early age. I think she was 16 when they said to her, "Yeah, you gotta fix your face," So
Huh?
Yeah,
it's crazy. She's an absolute doll. She's lovely,
I
totty.
know.
Why does she need to fix her face?
She doesn't.
No.
And
What's wrong
I
with
don't
her
think she'll
face?
be
I mean,
one of those ones who'll go and do anything to her face as she gets older.
yeah. It's like, she went to the doctor when she was only 16 as well, and he was examining her and he's going, big breaths, and she goes, yes, and I'm only 16.
I think Cindy Sweetie is just one of those kind of Hollywood sirens. We've had many of them, like Scarlett Johansson. I think it's just the next kind of Scarlett Johansson figure out there in Hollywood.
Yeah, Scarlett Johansson. She's a weird one. She's going the same way as Jane Fonda. Do you know what I mean?
So the fitness videos are on the way, yeah?
No, I don't mean that. But Jane Fonda was a fucking sex symbol.
Yeah,
right?
she was gorgeous back in the day.
And
Absolutely.
I don't know if you've ever seen the film Barbarella.
Yeah.
Oh, a long time ago.
Yeah, she did a free fall striptease in space, right? So Jane Fonda was a big sex symbol, and she played it. She played on it.
Yeah.
And then she became and then she became a kind of semi-serious actress, and she was really good. I remember what was she in? Was it On Golden Pond or was it something else? But anyway, she was really good. I mean, she was good for a long time, and then she went into this activism phase where she's now fucking some kind of mad activist. And it's like, why couldn't you just fade away and live your life reliving your past in your head, Why couldn't you just be like that instead of turning into a fucking mockery of everything that you actually stood for when you were younger?
Remember what I told you about Anthony Hopkins? It's just get on with the job. Take your fucking nose out of these other areas.
Yep.
Just get on with
Just
it.
get on with it.
That's it. Just do the job, yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's all it is. These people seem to forget that just because people like them and give them a lot of attention, ultimately these people are still children because they're still playing pretend for a living. That's all they're doing. They're just getting paid for it. And if you have got to the stage where you're so good at playing pretend that you get paid for it, you should be fucking thankful that you don't have to go out there and put your nose to the grindstone to make real money. Yeah. I might be wrong. Right. Paul Stamets, plagued by a lifelong stutter, ate a full bag of psilocybin mushrooms as a teenager and climbed into a tree during a thunderstorm. Whilst tripping, he repeatedly said to himself, "Stop stuttering now." When he came down, his stutter was gone forever.
Was that before or after a thunderbolt struck him?
I
up
do
into the
not-
bloody tree.
This is not medical advice, and this is certainly not life advice. Do not climb a tree during a thunderstorm. Don't even stand under a tree during a thunderstorm. But you know what? If it works for you, that's up to you. Anyway.
The mushies had nothing to do with it, of course.
No, of course,
nothing.
no,
Just a mere bagatelle. You can't go. It's a natural product that you're not allowed to grow on your lawn, even though you don't grow them. They just appear. What the fuck? How can you legislate something that you don't plant? You know what I mean? How can you legislate it being an offence for you to have something that you never put there? Because that's effectively what's going on here. Because if you have psilocybins on your lawn, effectively you're breaking the law in the UK. That's just nuts.
Yeah.
So stupid.
Isn't it?
Legislating nature, eh?
Yeah. And you know what? If you're legislating nature, there's something fucking in it. You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not a conspiracist, but
But
if you're legislating against nature, there's something nature's got for you that they being the government, don't want you to have.
Mhm.
Anyway, 16-year-old in, was it New Zealand? No, it was Australia.
hey, mate.
Has been charged with putting goggly eyes on a statue. So this
Next slide. There we go.
big blue statue,
An elephant. A
and
weird,
he's
weird
well, it's
elephant.
called the Blue Blob or something, right? 88,000 Australian dollars, which is fucking what, £10.50 or something. But anyway, he stuck googly eyes on it, and they said it caused £160,000 worth of or dollars worth of damage.
Oh,
That's-
just feck off.
He's fucking improved it by putting eyes on it.
I know, it's made it like a little not a cartoon, but you know what I mean, a character.
Mhm.
It's something they could just peel off. It's just a little
Oh
No.
sticky bit of
oh
tape.
no, mate. No, I should have put the picture up. I don't have it, but espresso mechanics are spot on. The eyes are the finishing touch, and
Yeah, it's
I'm
like
with
Lumen
you.
or something like that.
I'm with you on that
Oh
one,
yeah,
Frankie.
with the
I'm
Moomins. I
with you.
forgot about those guys.
But yeah, that's fucking that is the finishing touch.
Yeah, they should have
But
just
when they
left
peeled
it.
when they peeled it off, they peeled all the fucking blue paint off as well.
But then they should have left
Oh.
them on, the feckin' Egypts.
Cry me a bloody
know
river.
what?
Just touch it back up, you know?
Pathetic, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
pathetic.
Just leave the googly eyes alone. I think the googly eyes look quite good, actually.
I think they look brilliant. I think they are the finishing touch. Avi Loeb and every other Harvard astronomer says aliens invading soon. Avi Loeb is now crying into his whiskey because he was completely fucking wrong and he didn't get his billion, did he? Complete wanker. I don't understand how an institution like Harvard can back someone who claims that what is obviously an asteroid and is pointed out as an asteroid by everyone else who has any credibility. Then I'm not looking at you, Twitter, because you don't have any fucking credibility at all in my book. But everybody's got any credibility is pointed out it's just an asteroid or a comet, and Avi Loeb wants $1 billion to research it, and Harvard are still fucking employing him. Why?
Knows.
I mean, the guy's lost it. Has he not?
I don't know. I know nothing about this particular Harvard astronomer. I'm not
Avi
sure if I can
Loeb.
comment on it.
Yeah, okay. Let's move on. Do you know the Walton UFO abduction? Do you remember that? Travis Walton?
Yes.
Well, you know
Saw
it
the
was,
film, the Rogan
it was a
interview.
hoax?
And... Hey?
you know it was a hoax. You know, 4 years ago, the crew boss admitted it was all a hoax, and they were all in on it.
So who admitted it was a hoax?
The crew boss, you know, they're all out there cutting trees and things, right?
Yeah.
And apparently this light appeared and they all ran away to the truck, and then they all drove away but left Travis and he disappeared, right? But the crew boss says the whole thing was a fucking hoax.
So when you say crew boss is one of the guys like one
Yeah,
of
Mike
Walton's-
Rogers.
Mike Rogers.
He said the whole thing was a hoax. We set it up deliberately. It was a laugh.
Or is he saying it's a hoax to kind of pull some attention and some dollars towards him and interviews and books and stuff like that? Or...
Okay. So your contention is Travis Walton was abducted, despite
No,
there being despite there being no actual evidence to the point that he was abducted, other than these guys' words. Who now one of them says it was all a hoax.
Yeah.
You know,
The guy
that's the
says it-
problem.
Yeah, the guy says it was a hoax, but could there be something else kind of behind that as well? Why is he saying it now instead of decades ago?
Because that's what people do.
Mm.
They get to a stage in their life when they think they can't carry this on, and it sounds weird, but it happens. Because I mean, I was in Pollockshaw's police office one night, and it was 11:15, so we were due to finish at 11. So it's 11:15, and the door opens, and this guy comes in. This guy in a wheelchair gets wheeled in, okay, and by a younger guy. And the guy in the wheelchair's old, you know. He's got to be in his 70s probably. He's got one leg, or in fact, he's got no legs. He's lost both his legs, right? And I goes, yeah, can I help you? Or no, I'm not even in the bar. The bar officer comes through to my office and he goes, Sarge, there's a guy at the counter saying that he wants to confess to a sexual assault of a minor. And I'm like, what? I was in like 11:15, and he's going, yeah. So I goes through, and I looks at the guy, and I goes, can I help you, sir? And he's going, yeah, I've got a confession to make. And I goes, you better come through. So we take him through to the interview room, puts him in the interview room. And the other guy's with him, and I goes, is this guy, who is this guy? And he's going, well, he should stay because he's the victim.
Right.
So this guy, he confesses to fucking shagging this guy when he was a minor.
Oh.
And I'm like, oh, jeez, I'm not going home at 11 tonight. But that's what happens. People get to a stage in their life that they've got to get rid of things that have been eating them away, you know?
I'll check out the clip. I'm interested. I'm going to check it out.
And they've got to get it out there. You know, it's just crazy. It sounds crazy, but I think that's what happens. But yeah, that was one of the weird ones. Anyway, Tucker Carlson's been a bit odd these days. Have you heard anything from him?
Seen a few things going back and forward about him, a bit of blood sports, bit of drama going on.
Have you seen this one? You know Stephen Greenstreet, the New York Post reporter guy who does the UFO stuff? He's quite good. He's done a few videos and things. But anyway, he goes, my dog, after I told her about Tucker Carlson's demon attack.
Oh, I remember that clip. I saw that clip where Carlson spoke about his nighttime terror type of demon attack. Yeah, that was a good couple of months ago now he came out about that.
Yeah, but even so, I mean, it's like... it's...
Nice poochie.
Yeah. Let's move on. That should be a capital offence. I think you're right, it should be, but offence is spelled with a C, not an S. Apart from that, I think that should be an offence. Do you see what I'm seeing?
Oh yeah, sorry.
Yes, doctoring.
You gotta filter both pictures. Right, you ready for Black Friday? Are you? Are you all set for Black Friday? Wednesday the 27th. Hold. Thursday 28th. Hold. Friday. Now. Freedom. Yeah.
I'm definitely waiting for it, boss. I'm looking for a new laptop, so come on.
Oh, I don't
Bring
know.
it
Wait,
on.
what's happened to your laptop?
I've been having a few difficulties with it.
Oh.
I completely forgot about Black Friday. So, John, could be quids in here. You never know.
Yeah, you never know.
Oh,
I mean, if you get a good M4, I would just grab it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, have a look now because they've already got the deals out. If you know what I mean. Everywhere has.
Not Apple. Apple's deals only come out for like
Well,
one
excuse me.
Yeah,
Got to wait for next year for Apple deals. Yeah,
he's joining the cult.
potentially
no.
becoming a member of the Apple
The
Club.
cult of Apple.
I hate Apple.
Oh, I fucking love Apple.
Well, you Apple people can keep it to yourselves.
You know what? Yeah, and I'll be honest, I was a Microsoft guy through and through. I mean, Microsoft used to fucking fly me down to Reading to give presentations on things like, you know, installing Microsoft Office and installing Link and, you know, putting these things across the upgrade. In fact, I was the first person to put in Windows 10 in Scotland. We were the first institution to put in Windows 10 in Scotland. So I had a great relationship with Microsoft. And what do you mean you doubt Reading or Redmond? I said Reading. Reading, fucking Harold. Used to fly me down to Reading, which is
Reading
where Microsoft
dude, that's what he
is.
said. Reading dude.
Yeah, which is where Microsoft is in England, right? Anyway, so it was. I had a great relationship with Microsoft. I loved Microsoft stuff, and they probably shouldn't have, but one of the companies that I kind of was doing a lot of stuff with, they bought me an iPad and gave me an iPad, and that fucking
Sent you off.
It was a game
you know
changer.
what? I'd been nothing but a decrier of Apple. I'd always said it's just a gimmick, it's all that. They gave me an iPad. I used it for a couple of days, and I thought,
And then you were hooked.
yeah, I thought this is a fucking game changer. This is completely not what I thought it was. And then I got myself a MacBook Pro, and there was no looking back. I've nothing but Apple now. The only reason I've got a PC is for fucking Fortnite. Only in London. A night rides through the drizzle like it's 1348.
At least have the Georgia's flag.
I know.
They
It's a
should
bit
have.
more
They
appropriate
should
with
have.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Numpty.
Should have had a Knights Templar flag, actually, shouldn't they?
Oh, hang on. It's okay.
Oh. Right, next. It's 80 years since William Joyce, a.k.a. Lord Haw Haw, was convicted of treason against Britain. Joyce belittled the UK, promoted a foreign leader and nation as being better than the UK. Remind you of someone. He fucking does look a bit like him, doesn't he?
Oh my God, is that Nigel Farage?
No, it's not. That's William Joyce. That's
He does
Lord
a Farage
Haw Haw.
look.
He does
Good
look.
grief.
He looks like Farage.
That's weird, bro.
That is weird.
No, that's so weird. You didn't.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, no, carry on. Keep talking.
No, you're great.
No, go on.
No,
Go on.
nothing. I'm
Go
just
on,
tired.
go
No, I
on.
know,
Go on,
no.
go on, go
Just
on, go on.
carry
Go on,
on.
go on. You know you want
No.
to. Go on.
You will.
You
No,
will.
shut up.
Right, okay. Stewardess was 10 times the legal limit. I've fucking got to take my hat off to her. She was 10 times stewardess on a plane. Well, what are they, cabin crew now? I don't know,
Oh, well,
whatever you
whatever
call
the
them.
fuck they're called, yeah.
She was 10 times the legal limit. Can you fucking blame her? Really? I mean, if you were basically a glorified waitress on an aircraft, would you not be tempted? Would you not be tempted?
Have a few wee drams.
Yeah, just to keep you fucking going.
A couple of G&Ts to keep you going through
Yeah.
your long shift.
10 times the legal limit. That
10
is
times.
tremendous.
It's a lot of G&T.
Certainly is.
I went to I flew to New York once, Virgin upper class. Right?
As you do.
Yeah, as you do. I mean, people maybe don't believe me, but I used to make serious bank. I had a fucking good contracts. So anyway, I flew to New York upper class, and I spent most of it standing at the bar
Oh,
because you had a bar and you could just help yourself. They had the barman there occasionally, but you could help yourself basically.
Yeah.
And I just stand at the bar talking to people, and it was freaking best flight ever. And then the
Yeah,
way
I'm sure.
back, I just slept because you had full length beds, and they even give you pajamas.
oh, nice.
So you go to the toilet and change into your pajamas.
No
and
need
then
for the Xanax for long haul. You've just got
Oh.
loads of booze to keep
Yeah.
you going, you know?
It's fucking fantastic. You can't beat going, if you had the money, there's no doubt that it's the way to travel. Because if you're going to work, you can work because you've got space. You know what I mean? And if you're not going to work, you have
just
the best
chill.
time. Yeah, you have the best time.
And you can work nowadays. You can probably have, I would say, Musk's Starlink on your, flight as well with Virgin.
British Airways are putting Starlink in all their planes.
Oh, are they?
All the long haul flights, I think.
Oh, wow.
And Virgin have a very good name as well when it comes to
Yeah.
international travel.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. I've been we got upgraded once on British Airways going to Vancouver. So we were last to board in Heathrow, and they took our boarding passes off us and tore them up in front of us. My wife's about to fucking lose it, and I'm going, hold on. And she
Wait for
printed out new boarding passes, and she goes, there you go, Mr. Potter. I think you'll enjoy that.
Ugh.
And all three of us, me, wife, and daughter, bumped up the business.
Excellent.
That's where you turn left. You
yeah.
turn left. Yeah.
So we had business class for a 9-hour flight. That's a result.
That's nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's only worth it for that, for the longer flights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the flights to New York on upper class I paid for with my Virgin Air miles, right? But you've got to pay the tax cash.
Yeah.
The tax was 1,500 quid.
Wow.
Fucking for three of us. So 500 quid each. For the
Now, when you
tax.
say upper class, you mean first class, yes?
Well, that's what Virgin call it. They
Yeah.
call it upper class. So we went down and spent the night in London opposite the Houses of Parliament, that big hotel just across the bridge. I can't remember what it's called. It was a lovely hotel, looked right across onto the Houses of Parliament.
I know the one that you're talking about.
Oh,
yeah.
it's opposite St. Thomas's.
Yeah.
It was a lovely hotel, and then we got picked up by a chauffeur-driven car that drove us to Virgin's private check-in.
Oh,
So
lovely.
you don't go through any of the Heathrow shit. You just go through Virgin's private check-in.
You don't have to mix with the riffraff.
Oh, you don't mix with the riffraff at all. You actually take a different road in. You go through a fucking private check-in. You're through security in less than 10 minutes.
Wow.
And you're straight into the lounge. And
That's
you can,
the life, I tell you.
I tell you, if you're traveling, that's the way to do it. You don't want to be mixing with the plebs. And if I had money, that's exactly how I would do it every time.
That actually sounds really nice.
It's really nice, and it's so not stressful. And Harold says, "Why not just go back to doing the contracts? Because I can't even get a fucking interview, Harold. I would go back to it in a nightmare, in a heartbeat. And in fact, that's what I was talking about last week. I was talking about things I'm doing just now, and one of my contacts came back to me about the thing I was talking about, and he said he was discussing it yesterday in Scottish Parliament. So I've sent him my business plan, and hopefully he'll be.
I was going to look at it for you.
He is going to look at it, and hopefully we'll continue our conversation. You've got to leverage your contacts, and you know what? I've had enough of this shit. I've had enough of fucking wallowing in self-pity and trying to prove the world wrong, because when you ultimately get down to it, unless you've got the evidence to back things up, most of the stuff that people are saying on Twitter is a load of shite. And that might not be what people want to hear, but most of it is a lot of shite. And sometimes you've got to... It's like Martin Lewis. You can't change anything if you're not in it. You got to be in there. You got to be digging away at the back end to find out.
Well, I understand that.
Really
So someone said that to me before. Is that sometimes you've got to get a little bit wet behind the ears, like in Martin Lewis's case, to really get some stuff through to people like Rachel Reeves.
Yeah.
It's someone like Martin Lewis, for example. Like I think he'd be more qualified and experienced to be in Rachel Reeves' position, like rather than like where she currently is. Like there's it's light and day between Rachel from Complaints and like Rishi Sunak. I'm no fan of Rishi Sunak, but with his education and background experience prior to becoming an MP and then the Chancellor of the Exchequer, he was far more suited to that position than Rachel from Complaints. And I think Martin Lewis would be as well.
And that's exactly how Rishi Sunak was able to orchestrate the removal of Liz Truss. And that, I'm not being a conspiracist when I say that, because I've I'm pretty sure. Okay, I don't have the receipts, but looking at it as an outsider and looking at what happened, it seems to me to be a logical conclusion that Rishi Sunak orchestrated the removal of Liz Truss. You know? And he was ideally positioned to do that because of his contacts. So, yeah. You know what? Sometimes I think it's time to get back in the game. But I'll keep doing this. I like doing this. I love doing this. If you guys want to keep coming along and listening to me, that's great. Because I really enjoy this. And I think you guys do too.
It could be causing the revolution of the SNP, John. You know, you could be teaching these SNP, these MPs from Scotland to think more critically. The changes you could ignite, Sergeant Grumpy. Wow.
Yeah, and I think you know who needs this? You know who needs this more than anyone, right? And you might be surprised by this, but the group in this country at the moment that needs this more than anyone is the fucking police. Because they're the people that taught me how to do this. And they're the people that aren't doing it anymore. And I think that's a major, major problem for the police service. I think they've lost their way completely. And it's not the first time, because the police service have been in these situations before. I think I joined the police at the ideal time for what was a kind of golden time for the police between the 80s and 2000s. And ever since 2000s, they have gone downhill. And even more so in the last 5 to 7 years. I may be wrong. Hey, I'm always willing to be challenged. Always.
Indeed.
Right.
I saw this one.
Daniel Grant is saved from the brink of starvation as the Senate advances the funding bill. Good old Senate, you have saved them from starvation. Fucking hell, the government would need to be shut down for about 3 years before she would be close to starvation. I mean, let's face it.
It's an absolute. I won't curse. It's an absolute disgrace. All I've seen these past 4 weeks is all these people on. Like they're all. I feel so sorry for the Americans. Like we've obviously got problems with our benefit system, but literally, they've all like got 2 trolleys of food, and it's full of junk, crap, fizzy pop. You've seen them the last couple of days because obviously the whatever it is, the food stamps EBT has come back.
Mm-hmm.
I am not joking you. Even I've never had my freezer that fucking full, and they've got like a whole like an actual, do you remember what people used to call in the old days a pantry, like a whole separate like cupboard with like these massive like racking shelves.
Yeah.
Like what I used to have in an old plant room full of like O&M bloody manuals, full of but it's full of junk food. It's all junk food. And all these people complaining about their food stamps, this and that. They were all young people. They all had stupid long nails. They all had nice makeup. They were all in bloody cars. They were all people who could go out and work. And a lot of them were large, you know?
They were fat. They were fat.
Yeah, they were fat. They were bloody fat.
That's that.
Anyway,
Good one, Shalini. Ran over.
And I'm not even American.
Did you learn about this youth parliament, David?
I saw the tweet and I was like, who are these freaks?
That was last week, wasn't it?
Yeah. What is all this? I didn't know anything about it.
Youth parliament thing.
Didn't know much about it either myself, but what pulled my focus were some of those very interesting and colourful characters. It's always the ones with the dyed hair, folks.
Yeah.
And the piercings.
Oh,
wow. As some people would say, we are so cooked.
But doesn't it go back though? Doesn't it go back to what I was saying earlier? Because the people that seek office are the people that are really least suited for it, aren't they?
These
because
individuals
they're-
are not going to be conservative. Potentially a couple of like Labour MPs there, but I think almost
Labour.
definitely
You know-
Greens.
Yeah, you know what? I really don't care what party they would even purport to be, but anyone that seeks office, regardless of whether they're on the right, left, the middle, or green or whatever, they're always an activist. That's the problem. They've always got an extreme view. They've always got an opinion on everything. And they aren't necessarily the people that are best suited to be making judgments as to how the country should be moving forward. Because if you're an activist, you tend to have a very self-confident and narrow view of the road that you should be going down. Yeah, there's no nuance. There's no this and that, live and let live. This is the way, and that's not necessarily the way a country should be operated, is it? Or am I wrong? Am I wrong?
Yeah, I mean the clip is interesting. It's the individual Sass says, I don't like to be harsh on young people, but my goodness, where these people's parents and these young people, 14, 15, 16, they could be going through a particular like phase. They may not end up later on, like this with their kind of presentation or that phase. So I want to try and be a little bit more kind of balanced about this, but very interesting, to say the least.
Yeah, but to be fair, youth parliament is a joke. Because these people are going through massive hormonal changes, and I'm not being misogynist about this, because boys are too at the same time. And you don't think properly. You don't think properly in your teens. You really don't.
This is the thing, because this could potentially lead on to. I saw a stupid. Was it the Lib Dems or was it the Greens? One of those two idiotic parties. They were talking about how they're really happy about that. They're giving the 16-year-old the vote, and then a lot of people kind of like chimed in the replies, going, "Well, actually, your brain isn't actually fully formed properly till around 21, 24.
Yeah.
So nobody at the age of 16 should be voting about what way the country should be going, considering they've got no skin in the game. They've got no kind of world life experience. They don't pay tax. It's just it's a scam."
21. Yeah, should be 21 minimum.
Yeah, 21.
Yeah, I think I think you're right, because people's brains are still forming, and you're still forming your opinions, and you're still making up your mind what you want to do and where you want to be. And when you get people that are 17, 18 and that spouting what they think is the way forward, then it usually turns out to be completely fucking nonsense and nothing like what they actually think once they've got some sense. Yeah. Speaking of sense, what's going on with these guys?
Couldn't tell you.
I have no idea what's going on, but apparently it appears that chimpanzees. This happened it happened in an enclosure type thing, like a wildlife reserve in Africa, I think, where one chimp started sticking grass up its butt, and all the others started following it. So now all the chimps in that area stick grass up their butt as some kind of display.
Monkey see, monkey do.
Yeah.
Monkey see, monkey do.
I think I'm getting raided by the popo. There's a Well, I do have. I do have a nick down the road, but there's a helicopter circling.
This is
very similar London
if this happens,
so unless somebody's escaped the nick, which is probably not a surprise.
Someone's
if this
trying to
happens,
swat,
you must leave the camera running so as we can see what's going on, because this could really boost our viewership.
Well, it's over that way somewhere, so I'm assuming it's going over the prison.
It's an attempted swatting.
Swatting. Right, okay, let's have a couple of... we're going to concentrate on our favourite cult for the next 2 slides, and then we'll be out of here, actually. So here we go. Honey.
Hey! Good grief, that's brilliant.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then there's also this meme, which was good.
Oh dear.
And then there's the Louv's video security password was Louvre.
No! Are you serious?
That's
Please
got to
tell
be
me
a-
this is a joke. That's got to be a
It's
joke.
It's not
It's
a
a joke.
fucking joke.
It's a
not a
joke.
joke.
What the fuck?
Oh my God, there are
Are you
kids who would know how to create a
joking
strong
me?
password with a password manager instead of those absolute.
Oh, don't talk to
twats.
me about password managers.
Oh
I
my
was watching something about LastPass earlier. Did you know they got compromised in 2022 or something like that?
What did they?
Yeah.
Oh, thank God I never bloody used them.
God.
So if you use LastPass, right?
Oh, don't use any of that stuff.
So
I just always forget my password and have to change it.
LastPass is a big password manager. You got to admit that, David. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So LastPass was compromised in 2022, and they kept it quiet because they thought it was like a small incursion. And that happened in April, and then in December the guy came back that had got in, and he got access to fucking everything because LastPass's security internally was non-existent. Once you got in, you got access to everything. There was no layers, there was no firewalls, there was no protected, areas or whatever. You got access to fucking everything.
Uh-oh.
And while the password database itself was protected, because you had access to everything, you could look at the password databases, take them offline, and then start cracking, running cracks on them.
That is,
And there wouldn't be any logs or anything because you'd already taken them offline. You'd taken a copy offline.
I just cannot believe the French would do that with a video security like password. It's that you should have 8, 16, 24 characters,
Oh, the
special
French,
characters, you idiots.
The French are so fucking lackadaisical. It's unbelievable. When you've lived in France, it's like, oh my God, these guys are so fucking laid back. It's you just can't believe it. Remember, this is the country, right, that has a loophole once you've lost your license through drunk driving that you can buy a car that you don't need a license for so you can still drive. Right?
Oh.
They have these cars called sans permis.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Without permission, yeah.
Yeah, you don't need a license for them. They can only take 2 people. They can only go at 35 kilometers an hour or whatever. But you don't need a fucking license. And these cunts are driving about all over France on major routes. They're not allowed on autobahns and things. But you don't need a license for them. So they drive down the road and you're stuck behind them for 3 or 4 kilometers until you can get by them.
Sacre bleu. Oh la la.
And when you go to France and you live in France, especially rural France, if you take your car out after 2 o'clock, you are taking your fucking life in your hands because everybody on the road is drunk. Because the French have 2-hour lunches and at least a bottle. Every day. I mean, lunch is the meal. You don't eat dinner in France. You have lunch.
You have a very long lunch, is it?
You have a long lunch and you have a snack at dinner time. And these guys are on their bed at 9 because they're pissed. I mean, literally. They have they are. They have a long lunch. Most places shut for 2 hours at lunchtime, between 12 and 2, right? They have their lunch and at least a bottle of wine is consumed.
At least. That means more.
Between 2, right? And they're all drunk. It's a scream. It really is.
They put the Irish to shame and the Scots.
France is like going back to the 80s. Every time it's like living in the 80s. They still have half days on Wednesdays,
Wow.
When it's a public holiday. Oh yeah, half day Wednesdays. Everything's shut. Even the schools are half day Wednesdays, right? Even the schools, everything shuts. on
Brilliant.
a public holiday. Even the fucking supermarket shut on a public holiday.
Supermarché.
Yeah,
Tell them to work over
supermarché.
30 hours. Oh la la. No
Supermarché
merci.
is fermé. Is that
Yeah.
closed? I remembered, yay.
Yeah, we.
And my bloody French teacher
Oui.
was from Cork,
Yeah. Well,
of all
you
places.
know what? It is like going back to the 80s. It really is. They still write checks in supermarkets. I've told you that before.
Wait, they used the little printing machine thing.
Mhm.
Oh my
They
god.
do. They have the little printing machine for your check. Yeah.
Oh, get out.
Yeah.
Those were the
I mean,
days, I tell you.
Out with major cities, you'll never see a self checkout. I mean, we were in France for 2 years and I never saw a self checkout.
Yeah, no, they wouldn't have it.
Absolute
Never.
bliss for you, Sarge. Absolute
Oh, I
bliss.
fucking hate self checkout. Hate it with a vengeance. But yeah, night shanty. Oh, but yeah, I mean, I'll be honest. France was lovely, and I really enjoyed it. And the daughter, who we came back because we didn't think she was liking it, about 3 months after we were back, she's like, "I wish we were still in France." I mean, like, oh, it's like,
Oh no.
but hey.
Hey ho.
Hey how. So there you go. Yeah. That's us.
Oh,
That's
is it?
us
All
for
right.
the night. Anything else you guys want to bring up?
No, I've not been raided yet. I'm going to look out the window in a minute.
Yeah.
As the French would say, c'est ça. C'est fini,
C'est
c'est
ça,
ça.
c'est fini, c'est ça, mais oui.
Briefly, if you are interested in continuing to support the Sarge, have a look at snarky-cinema.com. YouTube at snarky-cinema and check out our movie reviews, because they do quite well generally. And you can always drop me a donation here as well at ko-fi.com/Sergeant Grumpy. Begonia was the last review I did, and I still, David, I just cannot get over how fucking good that movie looks. It's just gorgeous.
What is he up to?
Just a gorgeous looking
Wonderfully
movie.
acted, very well
It's just
shot. Yeah.
Cinematography is just amazing. It's just everything pops. The colors are fantastic. It's so it's sharp but easy on the eye. You know what I mean? It's not like this digital shit where you got 48 megapixels.
The pacing was very nice. Good
Yeah,
build
the pacing
up as
was
well,
good.
and,
It was a brilliant movie, but it had its flaws.
the je ne sais quoi was not there for you. It didn't kind of definitely deliver for you.
No, have you watched Frankenstein?
Not yet.
Yeah, what's
But
his
I've
name?
heard some very good things about it.
Okay, maybe you might not want to watch my review.
Well,
when it
you
comes
are
out.
the publisher and
Well,
author
yeah.
of Snarky Cinema. You are the critic, of course.
It's
Don't know
not
if that's
bad.
fireworks or gunshots.
Oh, gunshots would be good.
I
That's
don't know.
excellent.
I need to go have a look out the window.
Go and have a look. Go and have a look and report back.
I did ask my assistant. Assistant, could you look out the window, please? Is that gunshots or fireworks?
Beats and Tape says, "Have you done Him? Him? Is that a movie? Him?
What?
I don't know if that's a movie or not. I need to
For
look
her.
at that.
Sure.
No, he says, "Have you done Him?
Vaughan reckons it's
H-I-M?
Vaughan reckons it's gunshots. So I don't know.
Gunshots." Well, Vaughn would know because he's a seasoned operator, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, well, it is the wilds of Southwest 2.
Spent a lot of time in Battlefront, DS2, and all that, isn't he?
But I think it's time to go.
Right. I think it is time to go. So thanks very much, guys. I've had
It's
a
been
great
great.
time, as always. It's been
Good
great.
night.
Right, good night, everyone. We'll see you next
Bye-bye.
week. You take care. It's been great for you.
Welcome to my party, we're just getting started. A life is a dream or a nightmare scarring. Hand me a drink, cause I think I'm going all in. fast shrink who can catch me when I'm falling. Cover up my scars, flip the handlebars, crashing in my car, wake up in a bar. I'll be a superstar, just on my avatar. This world is so bizarre, empty out the reservoir. Yeah, I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? Sometimes you need to let loose, grab juice, get goose, tattoos, taboos, get screwed. Loosen up, buttercup, all those hate comments will never make you feel enough. We're all adequate graduates, heart full of calluses, but we know calculus. Damn, ain't that fabulous? Can't wait to apply all those mathematicus. But we can't get a job that pays us enough. I'm about to pop off. Fuck you, you're lost. We all know that we never really want a boss. So I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. Yeah, I'ma do what I want to, something I can't undo. I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know how to stop when I'm feeling this way. So I'm taking 6 shots till I'm feeling okay. I think I'm going crazy, don't think I'll get home safe. So I'm taking 6 shots all straight to the face. I'm taking 6 shots, are you coming with me? I'm taking 6 shots, yeah, straight to the face. And I wanna get lost, I'm sick of this place. Don't know